can support this show at patreon.com/ASA Podcasting.
The wasteland is a post-apocalyptic mess as the sole survivor wanders out about to see the rest. Nuclear explosions sending out the gamma rays from deep within the core, gross atomic waste. From deep within the core, gross atomic waste.
Hello and welcome to the 524th edition of the Fallout Feed, and I am Andrew, joined by a flock of my favorite Fallout folks. Tonight, I've got Jess. What's up, Jess?
Hey, Andrew. Greets, everybody. Remembering how to do this.
Remembering. And we're remembering Ray. Not that he's dead. He's just on the road.
In memoriam.
He's on the road this week, so rest in peace, Ray. But we have two long-time returning good buddy guests on tonight. Everybody, put your hands together for Will. Woo! Hey, Will, what's going on?
Hey, hi, Andrew. Not much. I just, I wanted to come on this week to make sure you guys didn't skip any more weeks. That's all.
Make sure Ray's not dead. And also, we have Dwight. What's up, Dwight?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Welcome back, sir. Good to have you fellas on the show. And I would just feel terrible if Ray actually died and we were sitting here making jokes about it and he doesn't come home from his road trip. That'd just be a horrible, horrible twist on fate. So, Ray, safe travels. Come home safe, buddy.
Yes, please.
Cross your
100%.
fingers.
We don't need to roll a new character this soon.
Oh, no. None of that. He's not going to go whatever that Starfield thing is where you have a new character again. But it's the same
The
character.
Unity.
Unity.
Yeah.
Don't go into the Unity, Ray. Steer clear. All right, tonight on the show, we've got a little bit of gameplay off the top, as per usual, and we have a little bit of feedback from Casey. He has sent us an email in, so we'll be checking in on the email. Good to hear from Casey. Also, Will has brought a couple of games for game time, and we've got a couple of spares in the holster, just in case we would need any extra, any gameage for the evening. Also, a little bit of Iguana Bits news, looks like, to close out the show. So we will head right into it, see what everybody's getting into. Let's let some of our guests have honors. Let's get into it with Dwight a little bit. Hey, Dwight, it's been a couple of weeks since you're on the show. So what have you been getting into recently?
Well, in the last 2 weeks, I was playing some Outer Worlds. I got into Outer Worlds. And
Very cool. Is this your first time through?
Yes, I had never played it before, and it was one of those things that I got to check that out. And
Awesome.
It's a good game. It's so Fallout. It's like that you can tell it's very, Obsidian made it and it's very Fallout. But
that was definitely one of the selling points for it. They were, from the creators of the original Fallout and, the studio that brought you New Vegas and all that. It is very Fallout, but it's also different, right? Because it's not as open as a real Fallout game.
No, correct. And especially, and I remember when it was marketed, when it came out, they were like, oh, this is going to be, everybody's going to be talking about this. They might as well not even come out with Starfield because this is going to be way better than Starfield was. And it's like, I don't know. I enjoyed it, but there's no space battles. And like you said, it is a lot more on rails than a traditional Fallout game. So, but it was good. And then I transitioned over to, I had to keep hopping back and forth into Fallout because I needed, my monthly axolotls.
They don't catch themselves. They also don't eat themselves. Nobody should eat them, but they don't eat themselves. They don't catch themselves.
I care a lot, a lot.
Do they
definitely
care themselves?
That was amazing, though. By the way, I love that.
That was the best. That song was
I love
the
that
best.
song.
We care a lot about the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines. We care a lot about the NYSF and LAPD. We care a lot about you people. We care a lot about your guns.
Silliness.
My first mosh pit was Faith No More. So, little
Killer.
But
Sorry, you said it was your first what into Faith No More?
Mosh Pit,
Oh, fun.
a German music festival.
Which
But,
which Faith No More were present at?
It was Angel Dust album for that time, but
Sweet.
not-
Very cool.
In chat, we have Rando saying he's been singing the Carolotl song at work. So
Yes.
yeah, it's new hit.
he's not alone. But also, yeah, I hopped in too because they had the masks
Mhm.
going, and I kind of cleaned up a little bit on those. So I forgot to tell Jen she's got a glowing jackalope with her name on it, but
Beautiful.
I did get my glowing owl mask. So the owl is glowing from the darkness. So it's awesome.
Wait, were they doing
Congrats.
Fashnacht again?
No,
No.
What
They
happened?
were dropping them in the Space Invaders, Invaders from Beyond,
Oh.
but they did it a little different. They weren't dropping them as event awards. They dropped on the the final boss.
General Zeta. Yeah.
So you couldn't AFK and just collect the masks.
See,
You had
Andrew,
to-
these
Smart.
are
Were you required to get one shot in on Zeta before you could be
you
credited?
had to get a
with-
shot in on Zeta. As far as I know, I'm not positive, but I think you'd have to be able to loot him, so that would be a shot. But yeah, Andrew, these are things you would know if I didn't make a skip last week because we would have talked about it. But yeah,
You didn't
it was an
make
awesome
anything.
weekend of masks.
Yeah. Well, not always though, right? Just because, like, if don't they still let you do it? Like, if you're on a team, a lot of times, even if you don't get it, you can.
Yeah,
get
the team will
shots
give you the
and stuff.
legendary and sometimes the boss. Yep. Yep. So it's hard not to get the rewards now. So ignore me. But yeah, you had to
Yeah.
click General Zeta. So it wasn't AFK, but I mean, I got 4 masks with donations from friends, but I got a couple myself. First one I got was the owl too, Dwight. I thought of you, of course. So you got the owl, a bunch of others?
Yep. I got a couple of the glowing suns. I got a couple duplicates. And then I got one that was just a regular the armor, the Father Winter armor.
Yep.
helmet, which it was like
The
really?
helmet.
You can't even trade that. You know?
can't. And it's like level 10, right? They still never fixed that. Like
Yeah.
it still drops at level 10 instead of level 50, and it's not tradable. The Father
Yeah.
Winter helmet is the funniest thing.
Right. And they break like your set bonuses if
Right.
you like haven't, you can't wear it with all excavator or
Right.
all, union or whatever and get the little bonuses from wearing the same stuff.
But
They
yeah,
need-
so I
they
felt,
just need to
I
come
felt
up with
little-
an old man winter power armor set then.
Yeah.
Get the
Yeah,
rest
right?
get the rest of the pieces.
It's the least they could do.
That's
But-
actually a really good idea. That is going in the suggestion box, y'all. Thanks for mentioning it. Now, admittedly, it'll be level 10 when we get it, so no one will use it. But
So nobody will use it. But I
No
also was
upgrades.
playing a lot of No Man's Sky, and so we can still get, since Ray's not here, we can still get the No Man's Sky talk. I did the expedition in No Man's Sky and
nice.
jumped back into it. I had no idea like the controls and what was going on because I'd been away for so long. But I figured I'll do the expedition and that'll introduce me. That'll give me a chance to get back into it and learn all the things. And I did that, and then I accidentally did it again on my main character, which I didn't need to do apparently. But so I did it twice. But whatever.
Was it a good expedition?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. And I built a nice big Corvette. I wanted to model it after the Milano on from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Nice. Yeah.
And I made one and I was like, that kind of looks like it. That's pretty cool. And then on the No Man's Sky Facebook page, somebody had one that looks exactly like the one from the movie. Exactly. And I'm like,
They're always out there raining on
"Forget
parade,
about it,
Dwight.
man."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so I just, so the Corvette went to the bottom of the toy box and I just got my other toys to play with.
I bet it's an awesome Milano, even if it wasn't exact. We all do that. Like we're making our custom ships in Starfield and someone else does it different. Or same with camps. Like, you have an idea, but just because yours is not the best, quote unquote, does not mean that it's not awesome.
But I'm having fun figuring that game out again and trying to catch up on the stuff that I missed before. And I went and got a Sentinel ship, and that was cool. But I don't know what to do with it yet. But I'll figure it out.
No Man's Sky on our Discord has been hopping a bit with people in that channel. So I think the Expedition and the new Corvettes have had some people excited.
Yeah, it definitely it gives you more to do and stuff, and yeah, it's been fun. So, and that's pretty much been it for I'm looking
Awesome.
forward to Mischief Night. It's still supposed to happen for
Mischief
Fallout
Night
Red.
is supposed to happen. I mean, I'll believe it when I see it. I won't believe it till I'm forking that lawn, you know? But
Right.
Where is it going to be at?
it's going to be in, last I knew, it was supposed to be in Skyline Valley. I think by Rapidan Camp, that area where the cars are, and like probably in the front of Rapidan Camp. We'll see when it comes, but that
Oh.
was the original plan last year. So that's
Okay.
exciting. And Dwight, as far as like the Outer Worlds go, I'm glad you're checking. I'm glad you're trying it because, you know, Outer Worlds 2 is coming. So
Yeah,
I do think Outer Worlds 2 is going to be a bit of an upgrade in pretty much every way from 1. But the great thing about Outer Worlds 1 is it has some really good writing, like Obsidian's known for, some great characters. That's why it's just a little bit less replayable because the story is kind of linear, even though there are a couple places you can make choices about various towns and such. But yeah, I think you're not the only person I know who's trying it for the first time or going back to it and checking it out again before this.
and it's got that signature humor and irony that's in it with the the corporate products and stuff, and Spacer's Choice and everything else. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really well done.
I was enjoying that. But
Yeah, that'll be out end of October. End of October, the 29th is when that's coming out. So, Andrew, I don't want to step on any
Yes.
toes, but if that's it for Dwight, do you mind if I hit my gameplay next
Yeah,
real quick?
hit it up.
I've got some short gameplay. Will, sorry to make you wait. I just wanted to hit a couple things first. So,
Sure.
Many of you listening and you guys here, you may have seen a lot of people on Twitter, on Blue Sky, on Facebook, talking about the next big 76 update. You know, we've talked about it for a while. What's it going to be? You know, because we just had the big camp update, but it was announced over the summer, like this winter is going to be one of the biggest updates ever for Fallout 76. Some said the biggest or one of the biggest. And a couple weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, a number of creators and media were invited to go down to New York City to the Microsoft store and the just in downtown New York to attend a presentation on the next update for Fallout 76. Now, I didn't mention it to you guys at the time, and I would have, mentioned it to Ray or Andrew, but we haven't had a chance to get together. But I was also invited to this event in New York City to go and see stuff on the new update. Now, a girl has work, and I'm not a full-time content creator. So I had to decline the opportunity. And I regret it all the time, but I had to decline the opportunity. But that said, I did get a special presentation, a chance to get a sneak peek, and I've gotten to see the update. I can't say a thing about it. I cannot say a thing about it except that I got to see it. And you may have noticed on October 1st, some people will be talking about it. That's when the embargo is up. So stay tuned for October 1st to see some videos, people talking about what's coming in the next update, their thoughts about it. And there's a good chance that I might record a little something to put out on the Fallout Feed channel too, with my own specific thoughts and some questions that I may have had answered. But I can't say a thing about it yet, except that, yes, I know what's happening, and the rest of you will know on October 1st. So,
awesome.
good times. Yeah. Yeah, that was exciting. I wanted to tell Ray and Andrew for a while, but I wasn't able to tell them ahead, and then we just haven't had a chance to get together.
So it hasn't happened still yet, or
So people do know what's coming. The update is in the future, and on October 1st, they'll be revealing what the biggest
Oh, I
update to
see, I see,
76
I
is
see.
going to be. Yeah, so that October 1st, I believe, is Wednesday. Is it next Wednesday? Calendars, how do they work? Yeah, they're like magnets, very confusing. But yeah, next Wednesday will be the day, y'all. So besides that, I did play some 76 myself. I mean, it's been 3 weeks, right? I played a number of games. Oh, for those following my cat lady, my slow decline into cat lady games. So I was a fan of Shy Cat's Hidden Tracks. I enjoyed Cats in a tenement building, Cats in a Castle. I do not recommend Shy Dog's Hidden Orchestra. You guys, I have to give a strike. The dogs did not do it for me. Shy Dog's Hidden Orchestra and Shy Cat's Hidden Orchestra, it has no hint system. Andrew, do you know how frustrating it is looking for a dog that you cannot find for like 20 minutes?
Yeah, I think I can hear him off in the distance.
Yeah,
Oh, wait, that was a cat.
that is so accurate. That is exactly right. So yeah, I do not recommend you guys do not play Shy Dog's Hidden Orchestra, but the rest of the Shy Cats games are pretty good. So, check them out. But no, for real, in 76, we had a great weekend with the Alien event. Well, we had the Alien event for two weeks, but doing the Glowing Mask event was a lot of fun. Got in there with some friends and did that. I actually, I was on at the same time as Stillio and Rando, and I said, you guys want to do an expedition? They were up for it. So we did an expedition because
Nice.
I'm one of these people who actually still enjoys expeditions. I like slightly harder enemies, goals. I like being able to check things off on the list. Like that's the kind of quest system I really like. Give me 15 to 20 minutes in that. Really 15. You can run it quick. We had someone join us. It's nice when a rando joins your squad. Not rando, but a rando.
It's
Anyway.
nice when Rando joins too, though, right?
Exactly. Yeah, they were like twins. And,
Okay.
but he actually knew what he was doing. It was great. So, we did it in time limit and that was good times. Also, we did a gold fight night since then. That's still a lot of fun. I'm enjoying, but I think I prefer regular cat fights, but it is fun seeing the way ghouls react to different things. Fishing has been fun. It's funny. I think everybody got their Gothalotl pretty quick, right? You two, didn't we discuss that before too? That pretty much we got the Gothalotl first week, most of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm calling it. Oh, by the way, Rando did do an amazing picture of a Gothalotl with Robert Smith's haircut in the Discord. So thank you for that.
I think I remember seeing that.
Truly, the sadness was overwhelming. And then, I've just been doing the scoreboard and playing a little bit with the new build system, but not as much as I should. I thought we're 3 weeks in now to the new build system, and I thought I'd probably be in there building a lot more than I had been with it there. And when I'm playing a lot of, when I get in the zone where I'm playing more 76 and I'm on there for, several hours at a time, I probably will. But there's this thing, and I think many of us have experienced it in one form or another, and it's called Old Dog's New Tricks. And the menu has changed. The buttons are different. There's a learning curve. And a few of my friends they've gotten over that hump. You know what I mean? Like some of them did it quick. Most of them really the first week or two they were all complaining. My friend
not
Thor,
me.
we were complaining. Yeah. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. Like things are in different places. And no, sir, I do not like it.
And what are your feelings about that, Mr. Horse?
No, sir, I don't like it.
But the truth is, I actually really do like the new menu. I like the organization. I just don't like that my buttons have moved and switching back and forth the modify menu.
That L3, yes. Or, I mean, I don't know what it is on Xbox, but for us, it's the L3 to switch from the modify to the thing. For
Yeah,
sure.
Exactly. And then there's been a few issues too. There were some slight bugs when it first rolled out with the wallpaper, being able to access that. Plus, you guys know I play a bit in custom, which now I don't need to as much since I can build halfway as much as I can in custom in adventure. But with the update to adventure and adding freedom there, they actually removed some in custom accidentally. So there are things I would normally do there I can't, which is pretty funny. But yeah, so I'm excited to get into it, and I know I will eventually really get into it, but at this point haven't. Now, I'm not on Scorecation. We're going to hear from someone who does in just a little bit, so we'll let Mo shout him out when we get there. But me, I'm at level 34 right now on the scoreboard. Not a lot, not a little, like 4th or 5th page. So doing good. How are you doing on the scoreboard, Dwight?
I'm kind of lacking on this one a little bit. I think I'm
Expeditions, you got priorities.
at 30. Yeah. Splitting my time, but I'm at 30. I think I just hit 31.
Okay, so we're right neck and neck. That's perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my gameplay. I mean, I played some Gears and a few other games the last few weeks too, but nothing really special to talk about. I just had to lambast that Shy Dogs game and up to 76.
Lambast them they shall be. All right, sounds good. Thank you. So let's check in with Will, see what he's been getting into. Will. a chance to play
Hi,
the video games?
Andrew. Okay, yeah. To touch on a couple of things that either Dwight or just mentioned. Yeah, when you were talking about doing the glowing masks or getting them from the Beyond, Invaders from Beyond event, I only got three. Like I had, they only did it for one day. It was that one day, that 24-hour period, and then I worked like 12 hours that day, and so I didn't get to do too many. But I did get three of them. But my question, something that I was curious about, like Dwight, I know you wanted the glowing owl mask, something that I would really want, except I don't even know if they have one. Is there a glowing raven mask?
There is, but I didn't get one of those.
I didn't know that there was. Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe there is.
I think there is. I want to say it was really loud colors.
Was it?
Yeah.
Because that would be the one that I want. Like, like everyone has their preference. Because I the Fosnot outfit has been sort of cemented, locked in for years now, what I always wear, and I'll put on the Raven mask and all that. So I would have wanted to get the
nice.
glowing Raven mask with that if I could have.
Yeah, I am gonna double check the list because I don't think so. I think we've got glowing corn cob, jester, owl, skull, sun are the new glowings on top of the olds. But Raven, I think the difference is the really colorful one was the Atomic Shop Raven.
Oh, that was the Atomic Shop Raven?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha. So you might already have that one.
Yeah, I probably do then. Yeah,
but no, there wasn't a glowing one then.
Yeah. And okay. Well, and I was going to give a real quick random sort of not not related story that something you made me think of, Dwight, when you were talking about building the Milano in No Man's Sky. Okay, this will be quick. I apologize for going off the rails here. Way back when I was like 15, I had a younger sister that subscribed to Teen Beat magazine. She used to get those in all the time. And one day she wanted to write letters to Teen Beat, And I was like, and she was like, here, write something with me. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. And I wrote some I wrote Alyssa Milano, Alyssa Milano, Alyssa Milano, Alyssa Milano, Alyssa Milano. Need I say more? Right? So the magazine comes out or whatever a couple months later, and they published my letter that I wrote into them. And then
Will, you were published in Teen Beat?
Published author.
Just when I thought you couldn't get cooler. Oh my goodness.
And so my sister was mad because she was jealous.
Yeah,
So that I got published in there and she didn't, and I was embarrassed.
Of course you
were.
But I mean, let's be fair. Around that time, Alyssa Milano was on a lot of people's bedroom posters.
Oh yeah. All right. So that was it. Sorry for that.
Well, you really don't have to pretend that your sister was the one with the subscription. It's okay. If you're
don't check my closet for my old issues.
If you're into Teen Beat and back issues of Teen Beat and collecting Teen Beat, then you be you, buddy. Don't couch it in your sister's thing, man. You go ahead and
I'm own up to it, Andrew. Fine.
You and Kirk Cameron have a nice adventure off in dreamland there. All right. What games have you been playing?
Yeah. So, it's been a little bit. One that I started playing and I seem to really, really like, although I sort of got sidetracked again with the new scoreboard that came out in Fallout 76, but Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot about that. My son gifted it to me, so it took me a little bit before I finally started playing it. But once I did, I really, really like it. It has a sort of a different. It's a turn-based game. It's, kind of reminds me of like Baldur's Gate 3 in a little bit, I guess, in that you can explore and move around and do all that stuff. And then when you get into combat, it's turn-based. But it's a little bit different in that while you sort of have to pick your moves that you're going to do and all that stuff, when it's the enemy's turn, you still have to react in real time by blocking and parrying and stuff like that. But really, it seems really interesting. I'm loving the way it looks in the story. The story sort of had me hooked very quickly, and I'm going to be picking that one back up again here to go, to finish it for sure.
I think
One of
that's
the
going to
things,
be on a lot of people's Game of the Year list. Like people just
yes,
loving the story, loving the graphics, a lot about it.
yes, it caught me quick, and sometimes it's hard to do that quick. Sometimes you got to play them a little bit longer. One of the reasons I hadn't been playing it as much recently, last couple of weeks, is because, the new, I shouldn't say new, but the scoreboard or choreboard, whatever,
Newish.
came out, and I guess I went to it. I went back to Fallout 76 because I'm on score. I'm at rank 111 now. So I got to that.
Thank you, Mo.
And
There we go.
I went quick. I'm trying to get up there because we talked about it a little bit last time. I was telling you why people would want to finish earlier, and that was one of the things I was trying to do. Like, I'm not one of the people that's crazy enough to just go run West Tech for 7 hours straight to do it, But I would do I would go hit West Tech, then I would go do a few events, then I would go do a raid, then I'd go do an expedition, come around and all that stuff. And then the double XP weekend that they had, sort of I tried to hit that as much as I could because that really helped you get along the way. And now that I'm to 111, I don't have to. There's not any benefit into working at it hard because now you can only pretty much by doing events or just the daily challenges. That's sort of the only way you can rank up. But I wanted to get it done and out the way earlier so I can get as high as I can because, and Dwight knows this, I am still just working on just trying to learn how to craft every legendary item in there and do that stuff. And one of the only ways, to get the legendary modules is, well, you get two, basically. You average 2 per event. There's some that give more, like Encrypted gives like 5, and whatnot. A Scorched Earth gives you 2, like that. But most give 2. And to craft, actually, it takes a lot of legendary modules. Like we was doing the math on it, and like if you want to craft your own 4-star set of armor, it's like for each first star, that's 10. It's 10 legendary modules. The second star is 30. The third star is 60. And the fourth star is 120. So that's 1,100 modules that you need, and when you're earning them at 2 per event.
Yeah, right.
So, but you can purchase one. That's one of the repeatables. When you hit rank 50, you can use your thing to purchase them. And so that's sort of my goal on
so
that.
Between that and recycling with Murgle Burgle and others.
Yeah, and actually, I did not know this at first. I did learn now that you can, if you have the mod boxes, like I've always thought you just could sell them or do whatever or save them. Actually, I've been saving most of them.
Right.
But I did learn that if you scrap them, you can get legendary modules from that. It's about not near, as many as it costs to make them.
Not much.
But that's another avenue for it. But
if you
that's
have
sort
one
of
you'll
one
never
of the reasons.
use, like Nocturnal or something that you just aren't going to use, you can scrap
Yeah,
it
well,
and
I
it
don't
could be
know.
worth
I
it.
mean, you say that, but then Fallout,
true.
they still have this way of changing things up so that you absolutely have to hoard everything.
Especially lately. Yep.
Like you just said Nocturnal as something most people don't want, and I still don't, I guess, myself, but people do run it now.
Yeah, there's
They
time
like
and place. No, they've improved things. Yeah.
Well, because they switch it. I think when you wear it, if you're like cloaks, if you have like some chameleon armor or something, but then it gives you like +4 to perception and plus something else. So it's, suddenly much more valuable. And people actually can build around Nocturnal, which didn't seem like you could before.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why, us hoarders are reluctant to. I have a whole, all my mules or whatever. And I was just telling Dwight and them earlier tonight when we were playing that, because I was trying to learn them. I was playing my character and I had saved up, the max you can have is 11,000 script. That's the max you can hold. And I was at 11,000 and I was like, all right, let's go visit Murgle Burgle. Like, I'm doing pretty good. I think I've learned about 60 to 70 I can craft of the legendaries, but there's still some that I don't know.
I probably
know
5, so that's really good. Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the 1-stars that I don't know yet is Overeaters, and that's sort of like one of the better ones you can get. And it's like, all right, I don't know why I don't have this one yet. So I went and I took my 11,000 script over to Murgle and I traded them all in for 1-star legendary armors at 15 each, and then I don't know how many overeaters I got from that, but I scrapped all those, didn't get anything, and then I started taking all that leftover stuff, moving those to other characters because I had used up all the daily amount of script you can get, and I started trying to cash them all in, and by the time all was said and done, I had traded in about 18,000 script for 1-star armors, which is over 1,000 pieces of armor.
That's just, the logistics are amazing.
I get into these things and I can't just stop myself. I don't know why, but I did all that, and no overeaters. I still didn't learn it. I was trying tonight right before I logged off to get on. I was like, I got 350 script left. Let me go see. It's gonna happen now. And meanwhile, I don't want to scrap a single other thing because I know
Right.
it's gonna. I'm going to get lucky. Then they're going to give me the, learn whatever, reposting or something that I don't want. And I was like, no, I wasted my overeaters on that. But so, but I did that. So I sent those 18,000, and didn't get it or whatever. And I was like, all right, but I don't like to give up on things right away. So I was like, well, you know what? I bet I can get a lot of fish bits. And I posted this in the Discord, the little picture of it. I went over and I crafted up, I think it was like 2,100 and something fish bits. Turned those all into Linda Lee there
Yep,
at once.
2,173 fish bits. Give all.
Yeah, so I got like 89 or something legendaries from that. And I think like 10 of those were overeaters, scrapped them in. No. So I'm still on the hunt for the overeaters. Anyways.
Just like a legendary mask. Once it's once you're down to just one or two you don't have, it becomes so rare.
Yeah,
never
yeah.
see it.
And it eats at you.
Well,
So
overeats
that's
at you.
I'll save the ones I collect.
Oh, the overeaters. Yeah, except
Yep.
you got to watch it. And I learned this the hard way. I forgot because like you can only trade. We're on a double script weekend now, script surplus or whatever. But when I was doing this, they were at where you could only trade in, for 500 script a day. So all those extras that I didn't want, I was putting those onto a mule so that they could buy some from Burgle, scrap those. But my character knows a lot of types of plans that you cannot drop or trade, like the Botsmith armor, the Brotherhood Recon armor, the Arctic Marine armor. And so I kind of got stuck. I accidentally scrapped a whole bunch of the stuff that I could have given to other characters first, and I got stuck with all these on my character. And then I could not move my character from the rusty pick because I was silver encumbered and I couldn't get rid of the.
Good point. I'll only save the stuff that I can trade to you.
Yeah. And so that's a lot of the 76 that I've just been doing there, and of course, and one of the things Dwight didn't mention it, but we still have our Baldur's Gate 3, like our Friday night thing that we're always we get on, we play together. We tried to play tonight before we got on, and they weren't having it. There was some update or something with it. I guess they had some kind of hot fix and it broke it.
Hot broke it. That never happens.
And that game was, that game's been pretty stable for the most part. We haven't had nothing that's broken the game before. So that was really unusual.
It just makes me feel better when it happens to other games. It's not
especially one
just
that's
Fallout,
like
whatever
that,
people will tell you.
Yeah. But we think because we think it had something to do maybe with multiplayer and just like sort of their mods, even though they're authorized mods, or supported mods, but because Jen was able to like sort of play by herself afterwards after we couldn't do it, but we just could not. The games kept freezing up on us like when we're all in multiplayer. But something that happened a couple of weeks ago, though, is because I've learned now I can no longer trust Jen, and I see her typing in the chat right now, Jen.
And timing. You're timing this on purpose.
Yeah, no,
I was there. I know what this is.
So I've learned her ruse now.
Ruse. Oh,
It's a
do tell.
ruse. Yeah. So Dwight and Jen have both played a lot, right? Like there's several playthroughs on it. And y'all know I've played a lot. Like I put in 600 or 700 hours, but there's one playthrough. And so I sort of don't forget anything. Plus, as we were talking about before the show, I have aspartame problems. So I forget everything. And so, but now it's always like every now and then, Jen goes, Will, have you done this part before? Or do you remember this part? Or something like that. I'm like, no. I was like, well, I've done it, but I forgot it, and all that stuff. And then usually she's setting me up for something awkward or or weird. And so this last time is we go somewhere and I didn't remember this at all. And she's like, well, why don't you take the lead on this one, Will? And you go. Because the way the multiplayer works is one person can talk to the people and everyone can see the full chat and they can suggest even how the conversation can flow. But, also
Right.
some people have better charisma or something like that. And it affects the
Yeah,
game
that's
differently.
perfect. It's actually being a party, which is great.
Yeah.
You're a D&D party. Yeah.
Yeah. So we get this one, and I think I mentioned before, I'm playing this sort of like a high moral, uptight paladin or whatever. But I get in there, and all of a sudden I start talking to this character that she, said I should talk to, and then all of a sudden they start. This is. I forgot what it was, right? But they asked
Well,
me to undress,
this-
right?
This was in the House of Hope. It's the part where you're going into the boudoir of this devil, and he's
Oh.
got somebody in there that is just his toy.
Oh, that Raphael. Okay. Yes.
Yes,
I know the
and-
devil.
And then it was the interaction with the friend, the
Yeah.
bedroom friend in there that
So.
got suckered into.
Yeah, and so at first, like I went along with the suggestion a little bit, like I don't know, all right, and then so next thing I know, my character's naked, and then that they're trying to have sex with my character, right? And so I'm like, oh no, not doing this. I'm out. You guys have taken this too far, and by me refusing to go after that point, what I didn't know is once you go that far, is all of a sudden that kicks off a fight. If you get that far and then refuse, it kicks off a battle or something like that. And so I kicked off a battle, and next thing I know, we're in a big fight, but my character's naked, and I forgot we only have, I was like, oh gosh, okay, well, and it's a turn-based thing, so I'm going, okay, well, I need to put on my clothes. I go, and it gets to my turn. I go to put on my clothes, and I put on like a headband, and that's my whole turn
your
because
That's
you only
not
get
like
one.
a minor
That is
action.
that is your whole.
That was my
action.
whole turn. So yeah, so now I'm still naked. All I did was put on this headband,
Instead of
and
your
this
chainmail
combat's
or
going
something.
around. Yeah, so I had to wait till the next turn to come back around. I was like, okay, well now I guess I'll pick up my sword. So now I just have a sword and a headband on, and I had to go through the battle like that.
At least you prioritized, and you were like, "All right, get my left pinky ring, then my left index finger ring, then my toe rings are next." And
Oh my goodness. Oh my, you were definitely set up for that one pretty hard.
Yeah, she set me up. Yeah.
Hopefully the rest of the team was ready though and remembered what was going to happen.
Yeah, so and now I know, like like she did, I think last week or whatever. She was like, she did the same thing. She's like, "Will, have you done this?" And I was like, "I am on to you. Don't you there?" Right.
does your character actually get naked, or are they in their underoos?
She was in underwear, right? Yeah, I think she was. Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Oh goodness.
No,
I mean,
no.
it actually probably depends on the mods you have installed on your side.
No,
Dwight,
no,
like
this
maybe
is PG-3. There are no that doesn't require mods.
it's not PG-3, it's BG-3. Got it.
Yes, it was yeah.
So that was that. And Jen had broken my trust. So.
But y'all are still enjoying the Baldur's Gate 3 playing through as a party. I mean, that is quite an undertaking, right? Doing the entire game
Yes.
co-op like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, with the limited time we have, we try and maximize it as much as possible. But it's fun. It's just it's really fun doing it together and stuff. And and like you said, it's the party. But now it's where we've played through it before, where it's we've got all these characters, but it's just us. Now it's the four of us. And we all have our own sensibilities and everything else, and playing the characters as we want and stuff.
Mhm.
Really cool.
And my character's a paladin, like I always looked at. I'm just harshly judging them all night long.
Yes.
To be fair, you had it coming then. I mean, like,
I thought you probably did, yes.
mhm, mhm.
That's what
You have to take the
Jen
clothes
just
off
wrote
to
in
get
there.
the
She
stick
said,
out of your
Will's
butt.
paladin deserves it. Yeah.
Beautiful. Played anything else?
That's mostly it for the video games. I have, I'll try to be quick with just my D&D. I talked to y'all last time about my, still doing that with my text-based campaign in the Discord.
You
We
gotta
just
be
went
quick. No one's
on.
rushing you, Will.
What's
Take
that?
I said you don't gotta be quick. No one's rushing you. Take your time with your D&D.
Dwight
It's
gets up
fine.
early. I don't know if
Not
but
tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I'm good.
yeah, but you've probably been up for a long time. But okay, thank you. But I was just going to mention so it's a text-based, it's in Discord, and I've told you about it. We just had the craziest battle. Like most times we go into some kind of battle or conflict and it's over within a day or two, taking the turn bases when we can, we go. This one we just did was there were like 20 archers, there were like 10 other orcs, there were a couple of earth elementals, there were 3 spellcasters and other things, all sorts going on. It took us about 3 weeks to finish just like all this going in, and we finally just finished it, and it was such a crazy long battle, and it was super fun, but to go 3 weeks on that it was something new, and that took
Wait,
us
three weeks. You mean real time 1 play session per week or something?
No,
right?
so it's not a session, like we're not meeting in person like where you play. It's it's like you take your turn on the Discord, like it's all set up
Oh, I see.
in the
Okay.
Discord, and then you get a little notification that'll pop. You can follow along anyways, because there's a sort of a gameplay chat and then a combat channel too, and you can watch and see and know it's about to be your turn. You can see the initiative order and everything as it's going along, and you can watch. But then when it's your turn, you'll get like a notice too, so you can go in and you can type and
Nice.
you can make your moves. So like usually. Well, at first it was a lot slower in that first day because there were just so many players on the field. But usually, so then we were basically only getting like 1 turn a day with that many people. But then usually they go around where you can get like 2 or 3 turns or rounds and go. And so, and that one ended, and it was a good time. And so my rogue. Yeah, it's a Soul Knife Rogue. I don't know if I've talked about my character much. It's 5, and our DM has said we could go up to level 6, and I think I'm going to multi-class into a Ranger with that. Take a level of Ranger.
That's pretty
and
serious. You
level-
talked before about how you thought it would just be a fun thing, and then you found that it actually, kind of took over, not take over your life, but that it never stops, right? And you're
It does,
taking multiple
right,
turns
yes.
every day. Yeah.
Yeah, it does, because you get, once it's your turn, especially, you feel a little bit of pressure because these other people are
Waiting on
maybe
you.
waiting. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So, and it's like, oh my gosh, I gotta get on this on my next break at work so I can go. And then you got to think about it, but then you got to look at the map, the battlefield, sort of figure out what you want, and then it's exciting though. Like we're in another campaign that Dwight's in with Jen, and that I'm DMing that goes much slower. And that was sort of like how I envisioned it, and that one, and I encourage I mean, not slow, but they're.
Encourage them
I'm
to
not saying
take
you
their
have to
time.
go fast.
Think
Yeah,
about it.
do
not
what
feel
you want to do
pressure.
and all that,
Yeah.
not rush. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's it, I guess, for me. Just D&D 76 and BG3, and then I'll be playing some
Quite
more
a lot of
Expedition
76
Territory.
and, finishing the scoreboard and going through 11,000 script or how many.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. How about you,
Obsessions.
Andrew? What
So,
have you been up to?
I'm curious if the people can creep on your game session, Will, and watch somehow.
We actually do
read
have
it,
one
right?
person
Yeah.
in there, but they were someone that was in the campaign with us that they decided
died.
they couldn't do it. They actually couldn't keep up. I told you it took over my life. Like they were like, he's like, y'all are rock stars. Y'all have at it. He's like, but if you don't mind, I'd like to stay in the chat so I can watch and keep up. So they can do that. Like it would be possible, except it's our DM's Discord that he made, and it's not really public for
right.
anyone.
To
But
join, right.
it would be something that pretty much, like if you had access or anyone did it in a Discord and they could open it up that people could watch and play along.
Sweet. I'm always intrigued and always want to play, but I'm also, even though I have played one time and it was turned into a podcast, I still had like the rules open in front of me, had no idea what I was doing, had pauses so people could explain to me what the fuck was going on constantly. And like you're rattling off like, oh, here's a ranger, here's a paladin, here's a blah. I don't know what any of those things mean. Like ranger, is that like Strider from Lord of the Rings? Like
Yes.
That would be.
it
yes.
is? Oh wow, okay. So that blind shot in the dark got that one, but like,
Just remember the D&D cartoon, right? Bobby the Barbarian.
it has been
Hank the Ranger.
35 years since I've seen the D&D cartoon, Jess.
Well, I
Maybe
remember
not
like it was
35,
yesterday.
but probably close to that.
Yeah. Well, and one of the things that's good about the way we're playing it on Discord actually is that it sort of, because it's slow paced, I guess, it slowly develops your learning of the game. Because I was a little bit nervous when I got into this one and lost. But basically all you do is you go into D&D Beyond, you can make your character and you can sort of just see what all is available to you and just pick it out and start to do that. And then as you play, it's like I was constantly in this campaign. I didn't know. It's like I would just ask hey, what, like how do I do this, or what do I do? Can I do, kind of what you're saying. But it's the nature of a text-based thing that you're not slowing it down so much. Like y'all were talking about, you recording, and
Yeah.
so that's a little bit harder and you're taking up everyone's time. But this kind of just fits right in the learning curve of it.
Yeah, that actually sounds pretty helpful.
Actually, playing Baldur's Gate 3 is, if you have never played, that's a good and honestly kind of a good entry point. If you play that game, it kind of walks you through all the mechanics and everything. You get, and like you're saying, the what is a ranger, what is a cleric, what is what can a cleric do, and all that is all you play the game for a little bit and you'll figure it all out so quick.
Let's see, cleric. Let's figure out the root. Clerical work is what, like paperwork of some kind? What's a cleric do? They a
Cleric is
medicinal
basically
person?
a priest character.
Oh,
yeah.
priest. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that. No.
They're usually in charge of healing and stuff like that,
Yep.
Although the cleric, I have Shadowheart with me sometimes. In what we're playing with, in our Baldur's Gate 3, I'll bring a companion, and she's a cleric, but
Less
she's
into
a
healing.
She's a terrible healer. Yeah, she's not
Yeah, not every god is a big fan of healing. So some are the opposite.
Your guys' chat earlier about the Raven mask reminded me I did a very silly brief series of cover art for the show about a stupid character I created called the Craven Raven, who would play Nuclear Winter but never ever ever fight or look to battle, would just always run and hide in bushes and stuff. And that was always one of my favorite masks too. I always used that really bright one, Dwight, that you're talking about.
Yeah.
I just thought it was silly to wear the largest, brightest, like
Best way to play Nuclear Winter.
easiest
Yeah.
to see,
hide in the open.
hide it, so you can see like the top hat sticking out of the bushes and stuff like that.
We have proven again and again that
Oh.
people will just walk right by you if you're not moving, right? Like
Exactly,
it's fantastic.
You could stand up and be just standing by a tree and people wouldn't see you if you were not moving. I miss it though. Yeah, Nuclear Winter. I know
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
complain
didn't you,
about
like-
it, but it was fun.
Yeah, Jess, didn't you make stages and stuff in the middle of the street and lay
Yeah.
down with your turkey character and stuff like that? And
costume,
people
yeah.
would just walk by.
Yeah, Andrew joined me for
Yeah.
that a few times, and the first time we recorded it.
The
Yeah,
turkey roast.
it's just a goof. Nuclear Winter was so much fun to just goof around in because even though there
Because
were,
people
the
took it
50 of you to
so
start,
seriously. That's why it was fun to
right?
fuck around.
It made it more fun, and it's a big map. Like even though it's not that big and it keeps shrinking, you could probably be okay you probably had 5 minutes to yourself, at least the first 5 minutes to do
Oh, yeah.
whatever. So you wanted to dance, you wanted to play, you wanted to quickly build something random and just have a good time. Chances are you'd survive, and then you could still jump in and actually play seriously. We goofed off and made it to the final 10 many times.
Oh, treading water.
Yeah. Well, there was that too. The Pat special, living in the lake.
Oh, that's the best. You take your not rad away. I don't remember what the perk was called anymore, but not sponge, and then you just swim away. No, it was the water
Aqua Boy,
one.
right?
Aqua Boy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I miss good old Craven Raven. Maybe I'll have to bust that mask out again soon. Is that, you see, the mask portion is complete, but are they still doing the alien event for another week, or
No,
is it
that's
done?
over too.
It's over too.
Yeah, wrapped up on Tuesday. Yeah.
So you said that they only did the glowing mask drops from the final boss for 24 hours?
Yes.
48.
48?
Yeah, it was basically
No, it
like
was-
Friday afternoon to Sunday afternoon.
No,
Didn't it
24.
start Friday night, or was it only Saturday?
Wow.
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning, yeah.
See, for some reason, I thought it was a little bit longer, but
Well,
okay.
What do you
yeah.
think is the reasoning behind that? Why
They
so
just know
short?
people want those glowing masks and gave us something to be excited
So why not
about.
give us
Like,
it
what's
for the
surprise?
whole 2 weeks during the whole event?
Well, then that would be maybe too much. I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
It would have been nice to have a full weekend because, like I said, I had to work 12 hours or
Yeah,
something. that
I
day.
thought they did give us 48 hours. That's why I'm surprised to hear it was only one day. I thought it was two.
Did you try, Jess? Did you do the alien
Yeah.
event? You did?
Yeah,
Good.
I have a glowing owl. I have a glowing
right.
jester. I have a glowing. Is it a pig? I'm trying to remember which one.
Oh, the
Silly Lord gave me.
warthog or whatever, right? That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Yeah, Bebop
Yeah, but-
from Turtles.
Exactly.
Rocksteady. Was it Bebop? It was Bebop, right?
Yeah, yeah. Because Rocksteady was the rhino. Bebop
Right,
was the
right.
was the boar, I believe.
Piggy boy. Yeah.
B for boar, R for rhino.
There you go. Well, it's
Learn
always
to
good.
spell.
It's always good to have a mnemonic device. Is that what those are called? Is that a mnemonic device?
Yeah, yeah.
A Johnny mnemonic device. Let's see. My gameplay for this week, a couple weeks. The big project that I've been working on. Well, I've only been playing Fallout 4. I haven't really branched out into anything else.
game.
Is get to the castle. I've gotten the castle. I've gotten it established. I've patched up the holes in the exterior walls and set up some protection, and got the population up to around 20, and have some stuff going on over there. So I've kind of decided, I'm going to shift my home base from the Sanctuary / Red Rocket tandem settlements, and just kind of move everyone of importance and all of my good stuff that I like down to the castle. Well, fuck, survival mode, that's an investment of time and effort to actually get
Yeah,
stuff
it
back
really
and
is.
forth. And like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So I was doing stuff like getting all the followers I had and like sending them up to Sanctuary, and then recruiting one to follow me, and then dump everything onto them until they were like full of stuff, and then change their location back to the castle and then I would dismiss them and then recruit the next person standing next to them, load them with shit, and then set their home to the castle and then dismiss them. So I did that with like 5 people. So it was just like Preston and Piper and Codsworth and who else was with it? I don't even remember, but they were all like walking in a group together back to the castle, just loaded down with all of my shit. I'm like, all right, moving day, guys, let's go.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's a smart idea. That's a good way to do that. That's very much the same tone of me using all those mules to cash in that script, by the way, with that session, trying to get everything over there. Just saying.
Yeah. And so we got the castle established, which was really nice. Because then you get the access to the artillery cannon, and it's been a long time since I've invested the time in playing through the Minutemen stuff to get enough to get the castle, and it's just glorious. It's really fun to play with the artillery grenades. It is just so I'm actually doing very little combat myself at this point. Like I was mentioning the last show that we got together, that I'm waiting to pump a bunch of points into a direction. Like I'm banking like 5 or 6 levels always of my perk points, so that when I do get an awesome legendary drop of a cool weapon that I want to use, then I can have a backlog of points. So like, oh, you can't use this because you're not up to strength, and then you got to add a bunch of points and blah blah blah. So I just want to have like 5 or 6 levels there, so I can, if I do get a good weapon, to invest in that and be able to use it. But I still just haven't found anything. Like still, I'm like 40 hours into this playthrough, and I still haven't found a really great weapon that I feel like investing my game playthrough. So my player's just kind of like floating out here in the miasma. I'm not really doing anything, not having an expertise and attack methods. So really what I've fallen back on is loading up on charisma, shooting off the flare gun to get all the Minutemen there, which I didn't know your charisma level actually had a play on when you shoot the flare gun. I'm getting like 8 Minutemen with dogs and shit to show up, and I don't know if that actually has something to do with the amount of my charisma, but recently I've noticed instead of 2 Minutemen showing up with rifles, it's like, a whole party with dogs and like heavy armor and like a lot better weapons and such. I'm like, whoa. So I'm curious if that actually had something to do with my charisma level, or if just because I opened up the castle or something. I'm not exactly sure what happened to make that happen.
It might be the number of settlements you own.
Oh, okay.
I know because you summon nearby Minutemen for assistance when you do the flare.
Right.
And it might be the number of people in the region with, the mortars and the settlements.
I didn't even think about that.
Don't remember that.
That different settlements, more than one settlement could see the okay. Yeah, that makes sense then.
Yeah, so I bet it's range, and that's why, because you've got almost all of them on this character, right?
I believe, and that's another thing. I haven't looked at the list yet, but from memory, the only one I don't have is Warwick, right? Warwick.
It's spelled
Homestead.
Warwick. I think we say Warwick. I don't know.
Okay.
Ask Lee.
Lee, how you say it? I don't even know. Some masshole pronunciation. But I went down there and I checked with people and talked to everyone and walked around a ton, and I couldn't get. I'm like, hey guys, I already went over there. I killed the super mutants already at the Wilson Automatoys. They're done. So I'm talking to you here. Let's go. Can you tell me to go over there and kill them? Oh wait, they're already dead. No, you're still not giving me the quest. No. Okay, so I fucked off for a couple weeks and like just ran around doing more stuff, and then I came back to him, checked in just to see, hey guys, you ready for me to go kill those guys off yet? Because I can go do that now. And they still haven't sent me. And then I looked it up, and it's like, oh, that's something that Preston has to give on one of your random things. You can't get that settlement until Preston sends you there to help them, which is bullshit, right?
Yeah,
I thought that you should be able to walk in, say, hi, my name is, Punisher. I'm going to come over here and kill some stuff for you, and we're all going to be good buddies. But that's not how it works, and I was kind of like miffed at that. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, certain things, they're locked to a certain number of settlements and stuff. But which quest were you waiting for Preston to send you on?
Just go help the people at Warwick Homestead or whatever. Like he will eventually, if you keep going back to him long enough, will eventually send you to help.
But if you
them.
show up and talk to them, you can often get a quest without that, can't you?
No, not this time. I don't know why. I talked to fucking everybody there, even like the synth dad, the kids who were super fucking suspicious of their synth dad.
Spoilers.
Oh, sorry. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Roger Warwick is a synth.
And the dude who moved in, he's just like, I just been here 2 weeks, man. I have no idea who these people are. And I'm like, that's bullshit. I was here 3 weeks ago when you were here. You were saying that shit a month ago, dude. So I can't, that's the only one I haven't done. But that was a fun little stretch of gameplay going down there to work. Check it out, because it got the upside down boat with the Norwegian ghouls right next door. So you go up there and you get the agility bobblehead, and I have Aqua Boy, so I swam across the water there to Spectacle Island, got the luck bobblehead. and looped around, saw a couple of different areas down near there. But my next project, I did not go up onto the bridge that's above Jamaica Plain that I always go up on to get all the dog supplies, because I like my dog meat to have the head helmet and the armor and all the dog food and stuff like that, because they have like those named dogs up on that bridge near Jamaica Plain. But I didn't go up there. But now that I've got all of the artillery set up, my next big project is I'm setting up a fun little thing over on Nordhagen Beach. We found Nordhagen Beach a couple weeks ago, got some people going, got an artillery set up, little bit of a culture established over there, people having a good time. So I decided to set up a couple of dog houses there. Then I went off and did the Creation Club introduced a couple of new quests where you get these, I don't even know what they're called, dog transmogrifiers or whatever from Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah, that is what they call them.
Okay.
Yeah, transmogrifiers.
Okay, and is that a Calvin and Hobbes reference? I hope. Is that a real thing? What, I always thought that was made up by Bill Watterson. Is a transmogrifier a real thing? That's not a real thing, is it?
I don't think I ever heard of it before him.
Okay,
Like, it's a real thing now. It's real
because
enough
of
to
him
me.
though, right? It's
Right, as far as I know, yeah. Transmogrified definition.
This is a real word, and you guys are dummies. It's like, oh,
Merriam-Webster says to change or alter greatly with grotesque or humorous effect. Yeah, but where did it come from?
But yeah, what's the origin of that?
Oh, English dramatist Alfred Bren, 1671 comic play.
Are you
has
kidding
an
me?
early
It's
example of the
not
word.
Bill Watterson.
Yeah, but Merriam-Webster does say in the late 20th century, cartoonist Bill Watterson's comic strip Calvin and Hobbes features an invention called a transmogrifier, which was the first of its kind.
Oh.
So transmogrify, a word. Transmogrifier, all him.
And of course, Calvin loved reading so much that, of course, he had knew about this thing from 1671 because he just loved to read so much. And
Yep.
so Calvin is inventing the goddamn transmogrifier. Beautiful. So dog meat. I wanted to get all of the puppies. The Creation Club has like, go find the golden lab and go find the black lab, and there's only 2 that I have. I don't know if there's more. I think I haven't played with the transmogrifier thing, but I think you can maybe dictate what species they look like with it. I don't remember how that thing works, but that would make sense.
It's a Creation Club item too.
Yeah,
that you can get different things. Although they never officially had a pug, which I still think
dare.
pug meat should be official. Yeah,
Well-
you can get a mod for pug meat on Nexus, but not on Xbox.
Aw.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's because his frame would be too big on they would have to put him on a cat frame, right? Just put the dog
Small
animation.
pug, big heart.
Yeah, there you go. So I wanted to get all the puppies, so I went and collected the puppy over there by the robot racetrack. And then I was like, oh, I wonder where this golden lab is. And because I just, went to Sanctuary and got everything and then sent everyone back to the castle. Then I went back to the castle and unloaded everything and got everyone situated and all that. I was like, let's go find the puppy dogs. Yay. It'd be nice to relax a little bit with some puppies because I just got back from that fucking long-ass slog all the way to Sanctuary. And we got this cool black-ass lab here. So let's get him a puppy. Where's his puppy friend going to come from? And then you load up your map, you activate that quest, and the golden lab is, god damn it, it's in Sanctuary Hills. Fuck you. It's like right above Sanctuary by like some raider cabin, like above Vault 111 up there. I was so pissed.
Put on your hiking shoes.
Got my goddamn hiking shoes back on, and we went and we got ourselves that puppy. Then we got back, and then I realized, oh wait, where's dog meat? Okay, let's see. Open up my handy dandy Vault Tech, I don't remember what it's called, population management tracker system thing. And I'm like, okay, dog meat. I thought he was here at the castle already. Open up, pop it up, bam, dog meat. Fuck, he's at the Red Rocket. God damn it. So I go back to the Red Rocket, and he's nowhere to be found. He's not at the Red Rocket.
With lies?
It's lying to me. Bold face, whatever the phrase is, lies. So I'm thinking, where's my puppy? I had just done the Nick quest up to the point where I got Nick out and everything, and I was like, "Oh, he's a fucking either
Did he
at
sniff that
Kellogg's
cigar already?
door or he's on that pathway with the death claws." I forget how far we've gotten with Nick. We got to go find dog. So I went back around the up and down the railroad tracks and everything, and then I find him on the porch of Fort Hagen. I'm like, "You son of a bitch, dog." So I ran all over the goddamn map looking for dog meat, find him over at sitting like panting. "Oh, hi, I'm here." I'm like, "Oh, good Lord. It has been a slog just to find you, puppy." So
You basically recreated the amazing journey, except instead of the dogs running everywhere, it was you.
it was me. Exactly.
Incredible journey. Yeah.
So I tried to recruit dog meat and he would not leave the doorstep.
Well, no, not until you do the Fort Hagen thing.
Exactly.
It's a thing.
So all I did was I went inside the building, inside the roof hatch thing, and then stepped right back out, and then he was able to be recruited and go. I didn't even have to do anything in there. I just needed to break the seal of the building, get in there, and get back out, and he could. So then I got all my puppies.
Now you're leader of the pack.
Now I'm rah, 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 rah. So we got all the puppies back at Nordhagen Beach, and I'm setting up. So I've got a couple of, I've got the end-game dogs that I can get. I have not gone over to, what's the damn island called? Far Harbor.
Spectacle Island?
I need to go to
Far
Far Harbor because they've got Erickson, the dog dealer, a super mutant guy who has those three. He's got a wolf and a super mutant hound and I don't know, like an attack dog, whatever those are, the Rottweiler looking one, I think. So I need to go over visit him, get those three puppies, and send them back to Nordhagen Beach. But we've set up a foundation there, and it's we were calling it the Nordhagen Bitch Canine Haven. So we've got a nice little dog traps and dog houses and pet bowls and teddy bears sitting out, and everybody's having a good old time. And it reminded me of the fun stuff that you can do with the traps. And to get the super mutant hound, you have to do the thing where you get the wasteland whisperer and get your charisma up super high so you can get the beacon or whatever that tames aggressive animals, so you can capture all the bad guys, death claws and stuff like that, and then just have a beacon that tames them out, and so they actually help you and become a part of your defense team. So I've got a couple of super mutant hounds. I've got a bunch of dogs, and then the
How many
creation
Yao
club
Guai?
dogs.
Those are the Yao Guai you get can be pretty scary.
I'm keeping Nordhagen Bitch down to dogs only.
Fair.
But then I'm totally, now that I've done that, set up the traps, I probably will just go around setting up death claw traps and stuff everywhere and set up those calming beacons. That's really fun.
That boggles me about this, because I love it. And yes, this is how we fall out. And I mean, it happens to all of us. Will's gone crazy at Nordhagen Beach before. We've all gotten really into our settlement building and get a theme going on. But when you're doing that, it's usually in creative mode, not survival. The fact that you have gone down this path over halfway through a survival run, just been like, okay, forget the story. Weeks, here I am.
I just keep, because the whole point is I'm searching for a weapon to dictate which direction I go, and it just won't happen. So I've just decided I'm letting other things do the combat for me.
Yeah,
until
biding
it
your
does.
time.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have fun other projects. I ran by Billy. I didn't let Billy out of the fridge. I went and said hi to his parents. I always rescue Billy. And I just ran right by, knocked on the fridge. Hi, Billy. And then it kept on going. Didn't let him out.
One of my favorite weapons to play with now in Fallout 4, if I'm just doing, not that's just a drop. I mean, since you have a lot of the Creation Club, there's one of those Creation Club quests that drops. It's called a Lucky Manuel Carbine. It's some kind of thing, but I don't know if you do the you've done it to death, maybe just a critical build, right, where you do a lot of crits. But that weapon, that Lucky rifle, is sort of my favorite one to play with now. Just
what
when I'm doing a random one.
do you know anything about it? Is it acquired via quest, or is it just in a position somewhere, or what's
It's
up?
a little bit. It's a short quest. It's a fairly short one. I can actually try to look it up. But
Because
yeah, it's a Creation Club one.
okay, I found a note on a dead gunner
Oh,
that said there is a special rifle and blah blah blah. So I was just wondering if this is by chance a Creation Club quest that I didn't notice before, and this is that rifle you're talking about, because I found a note,
yeah.
a mysterious note on a gunner that sparked off a miscellaneous. You know, those how they spark off miscellaneous quests. And you go do the first part, and then it'll start like the
Yeah.
bigger quest or whatever.
Okay, so wait, legendary. Wait, no.
See, I found it on the gunner on the bridge right north of the forged place, Saugus Ironworks, where there's that Mr. Handy that's going back and forth across the bridge warning you about curfew, saying there's a curfew effect. Please go home. Yeah. And it doesn't really matter how you answer. Just like, all right, I'm going home. And he's
So
like,
that
okay.
yeah, that must be a different one. I'm looking it up now. That lucky rifle comes off of a quest called the Quantum Stag, where that's where you have to go.
Quantum
Sort of,
Stag.
yeah.
Oh, you go on a hunting expedition, it sounds like.
Yes. Yes.
All right, I'll look at that because like single shot rifles is not one of my
Yeah, it's the
things I
Creation Club
concentrate
one.
on.
Yep, the Manuel rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I guess you get like two rifles from it, and there's one that's I don't like as much. I guess you can do variants, but then there's a lucky version of it, and for something about it, once you get those crit going and the crit banker, the critical banker and stuff, that's turned into one of my favorite rifles to use now.
Yeah, when you get
Nice.
4-leaf clover,
It is a little
Grim Reaper
slower shooting,
Sprint,
but I
Crit
think-
Banker, when you get all of those going, it's
Yeah.
devastating. Yeah, I will look into that. Maybe that's where we ran into the Gainer running back and forth at that little building behind Finch Farm. I think just across the water there. There's that little building with the like the pump puzzle or something. You have to hit these buttons in a certain order. But you get the Gainer, which is what, like a 44 with I think incendiary is the but I just gave that to Nick because I thought that sounded like a good detective weapon.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's walking around with that. Oh, I didn't even put it in the notes, but I did not even read about this. I stumbled upon this just by random, totally found a door, and I was like, I don't remember this door. You know how, like, you've played this game a billion times, so, like, just, you know,
Things hide, things blend.
You
yeah.
run down a hole, you run down, like, an alleyway a billion times, but then all of a sudden, something just out of the corner of your eye just looks slightly weird.
Mm-hmm.
Something's a little different about that alleyway. So you turn and you like look and like, well, wait, I can interact with this door now. I don't remember there being a door there before. You know, you knock on the door, you go on inside, and then you're like, oh, wait a second, what the fuck is going on here? And you open up these double doors, and there's a Halloween party going on. There's all these Halloween decorations, and
Yeah,
some
that's one of the
ghouls
new
laying
Creation Club
around.
mods with Next Gen.
And you're like,
Yep.
oh, this is a fun party. And then you step into the doors and they slam shut. And then like poison gas starts filling the room. And you're like, oh, fuck me. What happened? So you die, a couple hundred times trying to figure out what is going on in the room. And then you leave and you go create a better robot with higher firepower. That's another thing I'm doing besides the Minutemen is just making my robots actually be able to fight well. And then I'm like telling them to attack, and I'm just squatting behind stuff and hiding while they go off and do my dirty business. So yeah, there's all sorts of cool stuff. The Halloween thing that I was just talking about, like I got a couple of cool like pumpkin helmets and some TV set helmets that say "die" with an exclamation point on it for the power armor helmet, and then you got a couple of those that don't light up for like regular helmets, but the power armor one lights up and it says "die" with an exclamation point. It's pretty funny. So yeah, check that out if you haven't yet, because it's really, really fun. Good little quest. Masks. I put all of my when you're at the castle and it's sort of a big area and you was like, crap, okay, I need to give Preston something. Oh, fuck, where the hell is he? Oh, God, there's 12 Minutemen here and they all are wearing the same goddamn outfit. I can't find Preston anywhere. So I put pumpkin helmets on like the people I need to find easily. So like Preston's got one, Piper's got
that
one.
works.
Yeah.
They got big old pumpkin
They got
heads
pumpkin
now.
heads walking around so I can see them from across the courtyard and stuff. So
For those who don't know, I think the Creation Club is called Halloween Workshop, and the quest is like All
Right.
Hallows Eve or something.
yeah, and it
Yeah, so
adds stuff to your decoration list too.
Yeah, like the Enclave remnants, like the Halloween Workshop, like the When Pigs Fly with the funky weapons. It's all part of the next gen. So if you're playing on console and next gen's working for you better, you've got this stuff now as part of your game.
I haven't even heard of that. When pigs fly, that's a weapon thing. Maybe I should invest that. And
That's the one, where you get like the piggy bank missile launcher. and such.
Oh, you guys were talking about that. I wanted to see
Yeah.
that one. That sounds fun.
Yeah, I think it's actually called Makeshift Weapons Pack is the creation, but When Pigs Fly is the quest.
Oh, cool. Well, I'll have to dig into that a little bit too. I haven't been like doing any specific quests. Like I'm just running around, setting up artillery and collecting dogs. It's like I seriously have not activated a quest for my data tab in a very long time.
I will give you one that it's
Yeah.
my favorite quest out of the Creation Club kit. I don't know if it's in the Fallout version. I don't think it'll give you necessarily. It gives you a combat rifle, but I don't think it's necessarily super special, like worth building around. But there's one called Way Back Home.
Way back home.
You know that one, Jess?
Yeah, yep.
And something about that one I just really like. It's like you follow along in your Pip-Boy, and it's these, I think they're sisters or maybe they're friends, I forgot, but they're basically creating an interactive travel guide of the Commonwealth, and you follow it around and you go and you get to certain locations. You just open up your Pip-Boy and you get to read what they have to say about that location. And then there's also usually like sort of a diary entry, and so you learn a little bit about the characters, and it tells this sweet little story as you hit all these different locations throughout Fallout 4, and it has like it's just a nice little tender, sweet story, and I love that one. That's my favorite one.
My
from the
favorite
Creation
kinds
Club.
of quests, that's like we talked about how in Starfield, Shattered Space, like Wayfarer's Redemption, like the quests where you're following along in a journal and a guide, you're finding locations without initially being marked on the map. I mean, I think these ones are marked, but still you're going location to location, reading the journal, reading the notes, putting the story together. Yeah, those are great quests for sure. I mean, maybe not as much in survival mode, but hey, that's how we play now. So,
That sounds like fun to me because you just work your way over. Like I
Yeah.
feel like it would build slowly, and you can kind of get into it. I guess
Yeah,
it's a
for
mood
sure.
thing too, but
It- kind of like following the Overseer's footsteps. I mean, obviously not quite as in depth, but the same kind of idea there, learning about
it's
the story.
very similar. Yeah.
hmm
Also, when I was running around doing all the setting up the artillery cannons, how I was doing so was really by establishing the shops and a network of stores, which I really hadn't messed with much anyway. I was running down by the radio station, and then I found Anne Hargraves, and I sent her back because, like, ooh, I think she's like one of those crazy upper level weird vendor people or something. And there's tiered vendors, and they can sell certain things. I don't even remember how that all works, but I was like, just seeing her name, I was like, something rings a bell. You do something important. You come with me. It's like, I forget what you do, but come on, let's go. So she's like, yeah, I do. I make costumes for the plays or whatever.
Yeah.
So she's a seamstress, and I bet you if you're setting up at the clothing,
She's a level 4.
not shop,
Yeah.
but the
Clothing vendor.
emporium or whatever, like that does something good.
Mhm.
What would that be though? Does she just have like extra good clothes or something?
Yeah,
Like-
no, she's one of the level 4 legendary vendors. You know how there's one for each. There's like for armor and for clothing and various things. And
But-
so Anne's one of those.
Would the armor vendor give you like legendary? There's no legendary clothing, but like, would there be legendary armor and stuff? Like, I don't. What would the level 4 give you.
Yeah, she has a couple special items, right? The legendary vendors. I forget what hers are in particular.
But I'm just gonna look up who the weapons vendor is and see if I can get all the special vendor people at the castle too.
Yeah, she just makes it level 4. You know what I mean? So they usually have some extra stuff.
Probably just make more caps because it was great. You set up a store, and then you're out of caps. Because you have to go in. The whole point of this was to set up the artillery. So I'm setting up the store. I was going around establishing doctors at all of the settlements because you need to heal your radiation and cure your so you don't have to make antibiotics constantly. You establish doctors everywhere to cure your infections and such. Mm-hmm. And so that was first round of visiting most of the settlements. The second round of getting the settlements was getting all the artillery down. And the artillery, most of the time I was short on oil. It's just there's tons of oil in those things, and you use like 8 oil or something every time you make one. So I quickly went through my oil reserves just making the first few. So I was like, man, I still want to build these, but I don't have any oil, and I don't want to just go on an oil run where I'm collecting oil all over the place. And I thought, okay, I'm just going to build another stand because I look into this workbench over here, and the fact that I had a medical center set up means that when I was gone, that thing's been pumping bottle caps into the workshop. So I took those bottle caps and I built another shop that was just the general stuff, the guy who sells junk, who got all the oil. So you take your one shop, you make money to set up your other shop, you take that shop to get all the stuff you need to make the artillery. Oh, good Lord, it was a long hassle of an ordeal. But we got all the artillery set up. I have a doctor with at least number 1, and the shops I'm trying to set up, they have 3 different sizes or whatever. I'm trying to set up the bigger ones for the shop because you get more oil, etc. for making those. But I think I've got artillery at all of the camps or settlements around. Now, what I was wondering is if you don't set up any artillery anywhere, but you discover Vault 88 and you set up an artillery there and then throw out a gun, will it fire from underground?
I don't know if you can build those indoors, but being Fallout 4, they probably didn't think to put that limitation in. So maybe you can. I have no idea. I don't think it would have any real effect.
Just blast a hole right through the
yeah.
It
right
calls
a
bad cave in. That's all that would do.
have to put one in and shoot off a grenade just south of there and see if anything shows up.
Also, how many squares away is Far Harbor?
How many? Oh God, cells. Let's not go down that story again.
I looked. There are fucking little tiny. I just never noticed them before. You got to fucking squint to see them, but there are very tiny squares drawn on that map. I had never noticed. Mm-hmm. I was thinking, man, if I go to Far Harbor and just sit there in Harbor Town and just drop one of those smoke grenades, Will they send over artillery from the mainland? I never even thought about that before.
I think I would put money on no. But if you built one right nearby at the the Welcome Center,
at Coastal Cottage, do you think Coastal Cottage would get there? Come on.
Nope, I don't think Coastal Cottage gets there. I mean, it does have a lot of elevation, but maybe not Massachusetts to Far Harbor elevation.
Well, because you only get 4 or 5 squares. So, but I didn't know if in the game files, if Far Harbor is technically just butted up to the
But again, you've got the 3 settlements there.
Right.
So build at the Welcome Center, build at Dalton Farm.
I remember Dalton Farm's a fucking hassle. Isn't there a fog crawler and shit? I don't know if I can kill a fog crawler.
But it's fun.
I'll have to buff up my robots again, give them missile launchers and shit.
You have a whole new fleet of robots out there.
Yeah, come on, guys. Well, actually, You can make them on the mainland and send them to Far Harbor. Oh.
Ooh, you could start assigning them new settlements.
Yes.
They get there in a month after, all rusted
They're all
barnacles.
gone. All right, let's see. General Shop Artillery. Oh, the drinking fountain. This is one of Ray's. I wanted to bring this up with Ray, but
You can save it.
yeah. Well, it doesn't really matter. I can bring it up again too. In furniture, it's not in the water department and on the water subsection of the build menu, but in the furniture subsection in the miscellaneous tab, there's a set of like a toilet, a sink, and a drinking fountain that are all, I think from the Institute or something. They're all like kind of fancy looking, and they give you nice, fresh, clean, purified water. But every time I build the drinking fountain, I put it on a wall, like right next to the workbench, the big red workshop thing. Just so I have like a good water source every time, but that doesn't count to your water count. Like it doesn't provide water to your facility, but when you drink it, it actually does help you like cure your thirst and everything. My only problem with it is I'm used to most drinking fountains being, waist level or whatever. So like when you drink, you sort of like bend over slightly, get a nice drink of water, then you stand and turn around and leave. Well, these drinking fountains are like chest to forehead level high. Like I don't see how anyone could ever drink out of these, and you cannot, there's some limiter on it that you cannot put it below like waist level or something. It's always got to be a certain height up the wall. I have no idea why they would put that weird limitation on the drinking fountain that it cannot be below 5 feet off the ground.
It's like when you're a little kid and you're on your tippy toes
You're
to
like,
try to reach the
Can I
The
fountain.
adult water fountain. Yeah.
I got to go to the kitchen to get the stool so I can stand on the stool. Yeah, so the drink fountain's way too high. Let's see, we went over Nordhagen, bitch, and that was my gameplay, you guys. I'm super excited about Nordhagen, bitch, if you couldn't tell.
I can. And I love the name. Robots
it's
and
fun.
bitches. But by the way, I have to say, I think Billy would fit in very well at Nordhagen bitch
Nordhagen
because
bitch.
boy can he.
Oh, buddy. Oh, no. That don't hurt me, please.
Yeah. And you hadn't. Did you say you hadn't run across that guy? What's his name that sells his dogs?
Gene.
I've
makes you
not
upset.
seen
Thinking
Gene yet either.
Gene,
Can
yeah.
you believe I have ran across the goddamn map 12 fucking times and I still have not run into Gene? Oh my
Sad boy
God.
Gene. He's avoiding you. He knows you want those dogs.
And there's some random lemonade stand that's supposed to have I haven't seen that. Like it pops up in the middle of like a field somewhere out there. And I know it's near County Crossing or something out there. Like, there's a bunch of random things that I've like assumed I would have hit by now, but that I just haven't yet.
Yeah, but Gene's his little puppy supply or whatever, it re-ups, doesn't it? Like
Yeah,
if you get
it
one
re-ups.
from him, then you see him again, he
Yeah,
gets more.
he'll give you another
Replenishes,
dog.
That's what I was thinking.
But you
gotta
can't
find him.
track him. Like, and he has
Yeah.
a specific route, but if you read the wiki about him, he doesn't. It's not like he's actually walking that route back and forth on your server constantly. He just
Right.
randomly appears at certain paths along the route, and it's not in any sequence of order where he will appear. It's just
Right.
completely random. So it is specific locations or like a pathway between locations, but he's rarely at any of those. You know what I mean? It sucks. But maybe I'll look those up and just sort of pinpoint them on my map and just run back and forth a billion times and see if we can.
He's
run
at
into him.
Sanctuary Hills.
He is. He's fucking hanging out with
Or at
trash
the
can
porch at
Carla.
Nordhagen. Yeah. The
he's
porch
at
at Fort
Nordhagen.
Hagen.
He's like, I hear you have dogs here. Can I get a room? Sleep in a doghouse. Alrighty. So that is my gameplay. Let's go ahead and get into some feedback. Jess, looks like Casey, our good buddy
Yeah.
Casey, sent us a letter.
So I hadn't, I would talk to Casey occasionally and got his stuff. We hadn't heard from him in a little while, and he sent in a note for us at the email. Well, like you can do too, thefalloutfeed@gmail.com. That's thefalloutfeed@gmail.com. But he says, and I do feel bad reading this when Ray isn't here, but he sent it 2 weeks ago, and I didn't want to, hold off on this one any longer. So we can ask Ray when he's here about this because it concerns Lorenzo. So he says, "Hi, Fallout Feed friends. Concerning last week's conversation about Lorenzo Cabot, that would be 3 weeks ago now, I've always thought that Lorenzo's name was created in homage to Lorenzo de' Medici, the Florentine statesman, but that the character was based more closely on Oscar Wilde's Dorian Gray or even Nicholas Flamel. I feel like I even remember seeing a grotesque portrait of Cabot somewhere, the house or the asylum. Oh, that's a good one. I do think that there is another portrait of him like that. That's a good comment. He goes on to say, the crown itself does have an Egyptian look about it, but I don't have any other guesses as to its inspiration. The museum nerd in me would point you towards some actual collections of arms and armor. The Met, the Art Institute of Chicago, the Tower of London, and the Wallace Collection all have fantastic arms and armor holdings. And there are a few examples in their online databases that have a similar aesthetic to Cabot's crown. The Dresden Armory also has a Turkish collection that focuses on arms and armor from the Ottoman Empire. Hope you all are well, Casey the curator. And yeah, so he's talking about, we were discussing Lorenzo's origins and, how his crown was designed on, if that was based on a real world hat, I believe was something Ray and Andrew were kind of discussing for a while. And Casey works with museums. He is literally a curator. So he had some information there. Now, him being based on Dorian Gray, I kind of get that with the whole living long. Nicholas Flamel, that name rings a bell. He was a scribe. I don't know much about him. Do any of you guys know Nicholas Flamel?
Don't believe so.
No, it's like same thing. His name sounds familiar. I've heard it, but I can't recall.
Wikipedia says he was a statesman and draftsman and an alchemist, believed to have created and discovered the Philosopher's Stone originally and achieved immortality. Oh, yes, that's a good reference. Okay, I forgot he was the Philosopher's Stone guy originally. I get that confused with Harry Potter these days, because that's where it was from. But yeah, that's awesome. Based on Lorenzo de' Medici. All things to think about. And I'm going to make sure that Ray reads this letter as well, so he can take a look into it. But yeah, so he agrees with the Egyptian look, but he says we can check out some of these different collections of arms and armor to see some references. So I think I will do that. Anyway, thank you so much, Casey, for writing in.
All right, Casey, let's book a trip. Let's go to all these different cool ass museums all over the goddamn world. Dresden. Let's go to Dresden. Nice.
Yeah, I like that. Of course, makes me think of the Dresden Files, but
what is that?
Dresden Files is a book series.
Book series?
Really good book series, yeah.
Books are fantastic.
Thank you.
It's in it gets hard to say, come up with top, favorite lists sometimes, like what top 5 or top 10, top 3, because things are, depending on your mood, things are always replacing them. But I'm without a doubt, that's in my top 10 series of them. And it's another one of those that I'd put off for a long time because honestly,
there were a lot of them,
sort of like an urban wizard or something. Sounded disinteresting to me.
If you're not into urban fantasy, it can be a little bit, yeah.
But Jim Butcher, man, he can write a story.
One thing about Butcher, especially, he's become a really good writer. But speaking of D&D and that kind of crossover, there is that he started before he was as writing much. I'm playing D&D and DMing, GMing, and he very much wrote, especially the first 3 or 4, as if they were almost like D&D adventures, like situation to scenario to bad situation to, oh my gosh, what did Dresden get into again? Because Harry Dresden, he goes through a lot of punishment in some of these stories, much like a D&D party.
Yes.
But then he got more and more complex as they went on, and he's become a really great writer. But yeah, I've read the first 15. I haven't read the last book or 2, but I love those books.
Yeah, I'm caught up. I think there's one that is going to be out in another next year or something. I've been waiting for a while. It's been a couple of years since the last one, and I was getting worried that he was finished with the series because he writes other series too. But I think there's one that's coming out next year, like in early 2026.
But Casey may be shaking his head at us because I believe he was talking about Dresden, Germany, and
oh yeah, I know we got sidetracked just because of Dresden, which I did not. Sorry to go on with it too long, but. Because I love the book series so much, one day I sat down. I wanted to watch the TV show that was out, and I didn't get into that as much. I don't know what you thought of it.
No, well, here's the thing. Here's the thing about the TV show, okay? Because it has Paul Blackthorne in it as Harry Dresden, and he is very much not the Dresden of the books at all. But he's a cool actor. He's a great guy, and so I saw the show before I ever read the books. And from that perspective, and also, oh my gosh, I just forgot the name of his skull. who's actually played by a person in the
Oh
TV
my gosh,
show.
yeah, I forgot to.
So it's been a little while since I last read Dresden, but yeah, it was good not knowing that classic, that old story, that old chestnut. It's great if you haven't read the books. But yeah.
The books are way better in my opinion.
Not always true, but man, for Dresden, they definitely.
You ever
definitely
read
are.
Forrest Gump? Lump of trash, man. Movie's way better. All right. What were we talking about? We're about to shift gears, I believe, and move over to game time, right? Okay. So
time
we
is
did
it?
some feedback. It is time for feedback. No, I'm kidding. It's game time.
What time is it? Game time!
All right. When we bring Will on, that he gets his elbows out and says, "Get the fuck out of my way. I'm making games. Here we go. I've got the floor." So, Will, you've got the floor.
Okay, sure. I'm going to show you something real quick. I don't know if you can see this in the camera. I don't know if you can see all these index cards that I use for game
Oh, good
time all
Lord.
the time. My index cards are piling up because I write these out,
He's got two. He
Anyway.
couldn't fit them on a whiteboard anymore. He had to move to a card system.
Yeah. I don't know, something about, my brain, this tactical and tangible,
Yeah, you like
things in
something
my hand.
tactile.
I like
No,
taking. I
I'm
like
with
taking
you.
notes on real paper too. I've tried on
Same.
with digital stylus. I just can't do it. I don't know. Not for me. I like writing.
So this first game I am calling a cover story.
I
And
like it.
yes, so the apocalypse is full of adventure. It's the thrill of discovery, the danger of a sudden ambush, the quiet beauty of a sunrise over radioactive haze. Although I guess radioactive, and you can't see it, but anyways. But between settlements and shootouts, between death claws and traveling merchants, there's a different kind of silence. The long, lonely quiet of travel. In a world without TV or holotapes on demand, pre-war periodicals are what fill the gaps. Magazines, comics, pulp and print scattered across the wasteland, still clinging to life after 200 years. Some offer tips, some offer fiction, some offer whatever the editors could come up with that month. But for us wanderers, flipping through a forgotten copy of Grognak or Tesla Science by Campfire is a moment of calm or curiosity, of connection to the old world. This week on the Fallout feed, we are taking a closer look at these pre-war relics of print culture and asking if you can judge a mag by its cover. So what I'm doing on this one, actually, so this is the way it's going to work.
I like that.
I'm going
Judge
to
a mag
read
by
a
its
head-
cover.
Yeah, I am going to read a headline or an article teaser off of an
Oh.
actual Fallout magazine, and you all can buzz in with your name and tell me if you know the name of the magazine.
Okay.
Like what? Not. You don't have to know the issue. Just the.
Issue number.
Well, thank you
like,
very much
the-
for not making me
Yeah.
remember issue
No,
5. of
sometimes
Live and
I make
Love.
y'all suffer like that, right? Yeah, But all you have to do is know, like, if it's
Which
Better Homes
which
and Gardens.
publication it is. Yeah.
If it were to be that.
Dwight, did he prep you for this ahead? Are you ready to go?
He did not.
Dwight's been reading the wiki in the background over there.
Nope.
Okay. And I did this just in case. You know what? We will do this. I'm going to add a second layer to this. Not really a second layer, but I'm going to call out the article title. And if y'all cannot get it off the article title, I will give a sort of an description of the cover art
Okay.
and see if that helps you. If you get it off the title, you'll get 2 points. But if you have to just get it off the art description, you 1 point. But
And if
that
you can
was
tell the
something
cover
around like-
price, that's a bonus third point.
Yeah, what is it, like $33 on
Yeah,
all
aren't
of
they
them or
all the
something like
same?
that? I don't know. Okay. Oh, so actually, you know what? I was going to prep you guys with this. I did not write this down. I meant to do like as a prelude to the game, not an actual game, but just as a refresher
And
for your
aperitif?
mind.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to maybe like do an impromptu scream at your phone list.
Ooh.
See if you can just go through And this is really just to help your brain think of all the magazines.
Oh, okay. So you want us to
So
warm
this
up
is
by
not the game.
remembering
Yeah.
the
So why
magazines.
don't why don't we do like a little bonus a pregame warm up?
Okay. So
Okay,
not a full scream, just kind of naming.
Yeah, we'll try to go through this, and then if you want, like, this is just to, like, because it helps if you've thought of or seen the name
Right.
the magazine titles recently. Okay, so do you want to, like, have you written down first? Jess, can you call out a magazine title?
Yeah, let's do Wasteland Survival Guide.
And yes, of course. I'm sorry, I didn't write these down, so I can't mark them off. I have to actually remove my. Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna give that one to you. So
thank
that
you.
one, yeah. I mean, of course it is because that's in Fallout 3. I will say all the magazines I took these titles from are in
Fallout
Fallout
4.
76.
Oh, I thought you were going to be doing the 4.
Oh.
Okay.
No,
okay,
these
okay.
are all in 76. So Wasteland Survival Guide that's why I don't have it written down
No,
in here.
it
But
does show up in
we
4.
we do know that is a magazine. So Andrew,
Let's go with Total Hack.
there
Is that in 76?
Also
I don't
Fallout
know one
4.
called
No.
like that.
Fuck.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So I'm really stumping you. Maybe I should have gone in and included some of those.
So the Survival Guide or Hack? No. How about Tumblers? Is the Tumblers one?
Yes, it is.
What's it called,
Tumblers
guys?
Today.
Tumblers Today. There you go. All right. Sorry to
Okay.
take a second swing there. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. No, that's fine. This is all just to do that. Dwight, do you know one from 76?
Guns and Bullets.
There is a Guns and Bullets. Okay, Jess,
Live and Love.
there is Live and Love. Andrew,
Is there a picket? There's not a picket fences one. Shit. I can't think of the 76 ones. Let's see.
you know what? I meant to like actually go through and pick some out from Fallout 4, and I didn't do it. I should have. I
It's just because
apologize.
that's what I've been playing recently.
Yeah.
Let's see. Fuck. I'm just drawing a blank. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jess.
Or-
Jump in, someone.
Or yeah, it's Dwight if you want
Or
to
Dwight.
go next.
Grognak.
Oh,
There
nice.
is Grognak. Yes.
Yes, good.
Jess,
Do we have a Tesla? Is Tesla magazine?
there is a
Yes.
Tesla Science magazine.
I was trying to remember that.
Okay, and I'll just go back and forth between. Do you have one, Andrew? I'll ask.
No,
just in
no,
case you
go right
know.
ahead.
No. Okay, Dwight.
Unstoppables.
Unstoppables. Yes.
Cool. Yeah, all those. Yeah, nice.
Jess.
Tales from the West Virginia Hills.
Tales from the West Virginia Teals. Correct. Okay, Dwight.
I cannot remember the name of the. There's the stealth one. It's not Chinese Army.
U.S. I'll give you. Whoops.
C. It starts with a C.
U.S. Covert Operations.
Covert.
There you go.
Give it.
All right.
Okay.
I think I may have remembered one,
Okay, go ahead, Andrew.
or maybe not.
Hey, give it a shot.
No, that's 76 too. Shit.
That's what we
Or
want.
4.
Or 4. I mean, yeah. The quaff one was totally 4. Is there hair one?
yeah.
Is there hair one in
Yeah,
76?
that is not
No?
one. That is
God
not in
damn it.
76. Yeah,
How about
that's unfortunate. I
Vendertown
really missed out.
Junkie? Tales of the Vendertown Junkie. Is that
No,
one in
that one's
76?
not in there.
Tales of
either.
a Junktown
Are you
Junkie.
serious?
A Junktown Jerky Vendor is a good one, though.
That's
Andrew.
not
Yeah.
76?
Nope.
No, but you know
what's
what?
the barter
It's good that
one
you said
then?
these. No
What's the-
barter one.
No barter magazine? Fuck.
It's but it's all right because apparently doing this on the fly like that, like audibling, was a bad idea.
But it helps.
We are
But-
not prepared.
But this is a game I was actually, because there are so many magazines, like, they have, like, every magazine has separate issues with different titles and articles in there and that. This was going to be a sort of repeatable where I could, like, bring it on again sometime with different things. And in the future, like, if we do this, I will include picket
That's
fences
perfect.
and all that stuff. But so if you have any more for this, you can guess. If not, I will just tell you the 4 that are remaining in 76.
Oh, there are 4? So we
There
know
are
there's
4 more.
We did okay. then.
astonishingly awesome tales or something, right?
Astoundingly awesome tales, correct.
Astoundingly. Okay.
What does that benefit?
Okay.
Is that going to be part of the quiz? That is part of the quiz, isn't it?
Well, no, because different issues do give certain
Different
benefits.
things.
Yeah,
But
76 are individual.
I will, I will give y'all a spoiler right now. The issue, or no, mine. Yeah, the issue that I have written on here gives +5 max AP. So if you know it from that, you automatically win. Okay.
Isn't there an outdoorsman or
Backwoodsman.
Outdoor living.
Backwoodsman.
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 How about
Okay,
how
so
about
yeah.
a medical one? Is there one
I
for
actually have
make
a reproduction
medications
of-
last longer or anything like that?
I'm sure there are some that give that thing, but there's not
There's
any
not
titles
not
that are
one.
just
Okay, you
no like medical journal.
Might as well give us the last two then.
How about
last
how
two-
about how about Islanders Almanac? I'm just giving you like 15 of them that are not
Yeah.
there.
We know what
Jesus.
you've been playing, but so the last two is we have Scout's Life,
Oh, nice. How could we forget?
and then this one is a little bit, but Robco Fun. It's a magazine.
Oh,
you know,
Robco
yeah,
Fun.
you get
Yeah, that's
your,
always a good one.
Well, it has a free holotape included.
yeah. So let me shuffle these up. Sorry, that was a little more complicated than we wanted it to be.
It wasn't that complicated, and it was
But
good
that
to
was
go
on the
through
fly.
them.
That was just to give you these, put these in your head. Although
Right.
Andrew just put a whole
Right.
bunch of other ones in your head.
Yeah, I've got
Then we're
the
fine.
wrong, I've got the wrong ones in my head. You might just burn down that list real quick.
We just wrote them. Oh yeah. Do you want to go down the list
Yeah.
real quick?
Yeah, burn down that list, Will.
I can if you want, Will.
Or,
It's
yeah.
Wasteland Survival Guide, Tumblers Today, Guns and Bullets, Live and Love, Grognak, Tesla Science, Unstoppables, Tales from the West Virginia Hills, U.S. Covert Ops, Astoundingly Awesome Tales, Backwoodsman Magazine, Scout's Life, and Robco Fun. Yeah, I wrote them
Okay,
all
yeah, I
down.
think
while
that's
we
it.
were answering.
Is it 12 of them? I was trying to keep up. I already shuffled up on my card. 12
More
of
or
them should be
less,
12 of them.
give or take.
Okay. All right, we'll see. Okay, so up first here, just remember, buzz in with your name if you think you know the magazine cover or the magazine. The Man Who Could Stop Time. That's an issue cover.
Okay. That's my buzz in because my answer is going to be money.
I like that.
The Man Who Could Stop Time. We're going to go with Tesla Science.
No.
Darn it.
No one else? Okay. The description is a man in a trench coat walks through frozen shards of time while a woman watches in awe.
Is that an Unstoppables issue or something?
No, not a bad guess, but
Nope. Damn.
Astoundingly Awesome Tales?
astoundingly awesome
Ah,
tales.
there you
yes.
go.
Point for Dwight.
Okay. Next.
Is it astounding or out? It's astounding, right?
Astounding. Yeah.
Astounding.
Okay. The Mothman Cometh.
Jess.
Just.
Tales from the West Virginia Hills.
There you go. I love it. Okay. The Appalachia. Oh, you're right. The Appalachia Squirrel Massacre. And no, it's not Fosnot the magazine.
That's perfect. You remember the squirrel holotapes at the trailer park?
Oh yeah,
the new
those are good.
squirrel. Yeah. Yep. That's great.
Those are awesome.
Okay. What is it? The Squirrel Massacre?
That's got to be
The
Backwoodsman,
Appalachia
right?
Backwoodsman. Good job, Andrew.
Nice. Oh, sorry, I didn't
Okay.
buzz in. I don't have a
Yeah, that's
cha-ching.
all right. You know.
Just say your
Um,
name. That's what we usually do.
Here, how about this?
Pigcorn?
Will that work?
Packing for the trail.
That's got to be
Jess. Scout's Life.
Scout's
Oh,
Life. Yep.
yeah.
Yep. A
Makes
cheerful
sense.
hiker kneels by a campfire gear with laid out with next to a smiling cartoonish squirrel cartoon. Okay. So that was Jess. Okay. Face paint fundamentals.
Facepaint Fundamentals.
Dwight, that's the Covert Ops.
Oh,
Yeah.
good one.
Nice.
Yeah. I was thinking, man, is there a makeup one?
Red Menace.
Oh, that's
Jess.
the. Go
Oh.
ahead.
Andrew, no, you said it first.
I think that's a Robco game, right?
That's a Robco Fun Pip-Boy. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Okay. The Guide to Hunting Commies.
Dwight,
Dwight.
Guns and Bullets.
Guns and Bullets.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
Well done. Nice.
Okay. Confessions of a Housebreaker.
Jess,
Housebreaker.
Tumblers today.
Tumblr
Oh,
today, yes.
perfect. Yeah.
The Lair of the Virgin Eaters.
Andrew, that's totally a Grognak. I know that one.
It's Grognak, yes.
Because, what they talk? Never mind. I know. Yeah, I ran into that recently.
Okay. I married a robot.
Dwight,
Dwight?
Tesla Science?
No.
No.
Yes.
Andrew, or go ahead, Jess.
Live and love.
Live and love.
Oh, I was
Uh,
gonna say Astounding
Oh, yeah.
Tales. Nice, good one.
Will robots rule the world?
Dwight,
Dwight?
Tesla Science?
Tesla Science, yes.
Nice. Nice.
Okay. This card here could make it a three-way tie or give one person the lead. And we all know what it is. Kamikaze versus Man-to-Man.
Dwight,
Dwight,
Unstoppable.
Unstoppable yes, for the win. Very good.
Well done.
Very
that was awesome.
good.
That's a good game.
Put that in my discarded pile of index cards over there.
But in the pile of, maybe revisit as opposed to the,
Well, some of it is for stuff like this in case, like, I want to do magazines covers again. It's like, which ones did I do last time? I have my cards. I can go look up and see so I don't repeat.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you, sir. Do we
You're
have
welcome.
that was the end of that round. Do we have round 2?
Yeah, y'all want to do another game?
Let's absolutely play another game.
Okay,
Well,
I
I got
changed
some
the
more.
rules. I first I wrote this little intro, and then I changed the rules on the game, so it's not 100% accurate. But I'm going to read this anyways.
Oh, how dare.
But this game is called Caps Can't Buy Me Love. Caps, the currency of the wasteland, right? Well, not always. Sure, they'll buy you a stem pack or a stack of 308 rounds in most backwoods trading posts, but the wasteland isn't a one-price-fits-all kind of place. The Brotherhood wants commitment, not coin. The Enclave wants loyalty. The Responders want help. And sometimes what a vendor wants in return isn't caps. It's something rarer, weirder, and usually far more inconvenient. So what we will be doing is brushing off our vendor mats and talking about traders with a different type of taste. I'm going to describe a purchasing situation in Fallout 76, and your job is to tell me what kind of currency they accept. Is it caps, stamps, gold bullion, or something even more obscure? Because
Andrew's
in this
gonna love
world,
this one.
in this world, caps can't buy you everything. So this was yeah, I know. Like I thought of Andrew. We love how many currencies there are in 76. If you had to take a guess, how many would you think there are?
For any of you confused by my drop a little bit ago, Will said caps with a P, not cats with a T. I thought you said cats. And I dropped that. Sorry. All right. My bad. Go ahead.
No, it's all right.
Meow, meow,
I
meow,
think there
meow,
are
meow.
eight currencies currently. Is that right?
Oh,
I have 14 and 2 discontinued.
I was going to say, you're
Oh.
counting at least, you're missing 4 or 5 at least.
Yes.
Oof.
So,
Yeah,
but
I
so
don't
the way I
think I'm
changed
wrong.
this
This
is
a
you don't have to
screen
just
phone we did a while back, yeah.
Yeah, so I changed this one. You don't have to just name the currency anymore. What I did is I'm going to describe a purchasing situation, but the answer might be the currency, or it might be the vendor's name, or it might be a location
God
or something like that.
damn.
You got it? Yeah, I know. I always, I can't let y'all have anything easy. So, so here we go.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah. So I just completed the Scorched Earth event and was rewarded 2 of these. Sweet. Now I only need 1,098 more and I can craft a full set of 4-star legendary armor.
Dwight.
Dwight?
Legendary modules.
Yeah. I gave that one away when we were talking about that earlier.
I've been just
Perfect.
steady shoving those in my stash, and I'll use them eventually.
Okay. I heard there's a mysterious mole miner who sells legendary gear, but she doesn't take caps. What currency does she want?
Jess.
Jess.
Scrip. No T.
Yes.
Script.
Script. Okay. After a night of scary stories and mutant bugs at Camp Adams, I'm looking to upgrade my backpack. Maybe something to keep food fresh longer if I get lost in the woods. But the vending machine isn't taking caps. What do I need instead?
Oh. Jess?
Jess?
It's like, you don't
Now,
spend
do I need to pick the right one? Possum badges?
No, I combined them. No, you could just say scout badges. I would have taken tadpole or possum or pioneer scout, but badges.
Okay, good. I mean, because if we're talking like refrigerated backpack, I think that is
Yeah.
possum at that point.
It
but
is possum, yeah. Or I don't know. Okay.
We don't need no stinking badges.
Badgers? Badgers? We don't need no stinking badgers!
Okay. Wow, I should. Anyways. Okay, so I just dumped 1,000 rounds of 10mm ammunition into some janky-looking machine at my camp. It gave me some of these that I can spend to purchase some 5.56 that I really need.
Oh man.
Could you read it again? I was busy putting badgers in the Discord.
Sure. Sure. I just dumped 1,000 rounds of 10mm ammunition into some janky-looking machine at my camp. It gave me some
Oh.
of these that I can spend to purchase some 5.56 that I need.
I dare say none of us could get this because I had no idea what it's called. But can we give it to chat? Can we give this one to chat
Sure,
because they
sure.
did get it? Rando
Go
says
ahead,
ammo
look at that
points.
machine.
It is ammo points, yes.
Yep.
Very good.
I haven't
Okay,
looked at
so
that machine.
Rando has one, Jess has two. Okay, no.
I do the conversion sometimes. Like I still occasionally use it, but I haven't like paid attention
Well,
to
I
that.
mean, if you ever want to spend 10,000 shotgun shells and get 7 other pieces
Yeah.
of ammunition in return, this is the method for you.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. I just got back from an expedition fighting some trogs in the pit. Lennox said I should see Giuseppe in the White Spring Refuge and handed me a bunch of these so I could buy those Union
Andrew.
power armor plans I've been wanting.
Andrew Stamps.
Andrew, stamps. Yes.
Cash money, Andrew. Good job.
Pigcorn?
Okay. All right. I finally have enough gold bullion to buy that facebreaker plan I've been wanting. I think the robot that sells it is named Mortimer. Where do I find him again?
Jess, Crater
Yes.
Interior.
Greater. Yes.
Nice.
Okay. All right. I feel awful. I think I got food poisoning from all these spoiled hot dogs I ate. But honestly, it was worth it. Now I only need 149. Now I only need to do it 149 more times, and I'll finally have enough of what to get that mascot suit I've been eyeing. Do I need to read
Pigcorn?
that? Did I
No,
butcher it
I
up?
got
No.
it.
The
Yeah.
coins
Yeah,
from
the Mr. Fuzzy
Camden.
Coin things. Yeah.
Rando already liked it.
Tokens. Yeah,
Tokens.
Mr.
There it is.
Fuzzy
There it is.
Tokens.
Mr. Fuzzy Tokens. All right. Yeah. Who do I give that point to?
I
All
heard
of us.
Dwight's
I mean, we all
voice.
knew.
All of us?
Yeah.
Okay.
We all knew it.
We all got a piece
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. No matter what I do, I just don't seem to have enough ammo. There's a legendary perk card I can equip that will help me craft more, but what do I need to upgrade it?
Dwight, perk points.
Perk
Coins.
coins.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, I never thought of that as a currency because it's
Well,
you know
you
somebody
gotta
did that
spend
one
it to
menu,
make
but it is
yeah.
But it is. Yeah.
Totally.
as opposed to overseer points, you know, from Nuclear Winter. But that's another one. Anyway,
All right. I barely made it out of Watoga High alive. I was running around in a monster mask, grabbing as much as I could while feral ghouls chased me, and now I got a sack full of this sweet loot. If I can get back inside, I can trade it in at the Sugar Management and Re-Education Terminal, Smart Machine. What am I trading in?
Jess, candy.
Halloween candy. Yes, I'll give that.
I know everything.
I clicked the wrong button. It said yum. It wasn't yum. It was loud.
That worked.
After my first caravan run, I was told to head back to Milepost Zero to hire some help, but I need to spend a special currency to get them on board. What's it called?
Caravan, isn't that New Vegas? No.
Caravan cards.
what do we bring back to Milepost Zero to upgrade?
Brando's good. He knows all these. He
Yeah, no, I'm not even looking at chat because I don't want this one spoiled. Because I mean,
It's fine.
obviously we've done it. So you get 5 of them, and no, I forget what they're called.
The answer is supplies.
Supplies, like once again, not a real currency.
What?
Hello.
But it is because you have to use them. You collect, you save them and collect, and you turn them
Yeah.
in, and it's actually like on the wiki. It's listed as a currency. It's
Yeah, and that's an underutilized area. I mean, they've made it so caravans work better now, y'all.
Yeah.
Caravans work better now. They don't get stuck anymore. They'll time out after a while. I mean, they can still get stuck, but if they do, they time out. Everybody gets joint rewards. Like, caravans are worth doing. Upgrade your Milepost Zero. Enjoy
what they
it.
did though. See, that's another one they messed up the launch on because you didn't get nearly as much unless you ran the caravan, and so people didn't want to go and deal with getting stuck or whatever, and then they're just helping someone else out, or and then they don't really get enough supplies anyway to do it. And
It was
now
fun,
I think they increased
and it was
right?
great for
Yeah.
So now everybody gets a good share. Like, everybody gets rewards.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
does it. It doesn't get stuck. So it's worth it. And people ran them a lot. I'd say the first 3 months. But
but
they
I
did burn
think
out on them.
I think people sort of lost. They don't realize it's updated, and people are over it, and so it would be a lot more worth it now, But I think they got messed up a little bit. Okay, want that hot tub from the Atomic Shop?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe an extra camp slot, a new special loadout, or a few lunch boxes to level up faster. Don't worry, it's not pay to win, as long as you've got some of these.
And there was much rejoicing.
All together now. Adam.
Adams.
Atoms.
All right. I've got a stash of gold bullion, and I'm ready to buy some top-tier Secret Service armor plans. Who's the guy in Vault 79 that sells them?
Oh shit.
Jess.
Go
Jess.
Yep.
ahead.
You got it, Andrew. You got it.
No,
Come on.
go ahead. I know it begins with R. I can't remember. It's not
Regs.
Regs. Yes. I was like, Rod.
I heard the
It was like Chewbacca over here.
Didn't mean to go full Wookiee. Sorry.
I was talking with Samuel at Foundation about some planner tiles for my camp, but he said he only takes gold bullion, but that if I didn't have any, there was a gold press vending machine right around the corner that will give me some gold bullion in exchange for these.
Oh fuck! What are those called?
Gold pressed latinum in exchange for not tickets. Bonds. Spy bonds.
No,
Bo-
close. You're on the right track.
Stocks.
U.S. gold
yeah,
certificates
no,
and
yes,
bonds.
okay. Oh, yes, you're right. Okay, treasury notes.
Thank
Treasure
you.
I didn't realize that. Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry. No, they're notes. They're
No,
not bonds. They're
that's
notes.
all right.
You're right.
Yeah. I'm flush with caps, but could really use some gold bullion. I think I remember a guy at the Wayward who would make that exchange. What was his name again?
Oh, Mr.
Smiley.
Smiley. Yeah.
Smiley, yes.
No, that's what we. Is that his real name? That's what we.
Smiley.
Smiley.
Okay, good. I was thinking
Yeah.
that was just what we called him. I haven't seen Smiley in a little bit.
Okay.
But everybody needs
Yeah,
gold.
that was sort of a tie.
My
I don't
favorite
know.
thing about him is-
I've lost score on this. Jess was winning like pretty handily though. Okay. That Miss Nanny bot in the top of the world, Rose, told me there's good loot stashed at some ski resort, but said that bucket of bolts bellhop won't cough any up unless I have one of these.
Oh, I know this
Or some
one.
of these.
You guys want a chance?
Dwight,
Right?
Pleasant Valley claim.
Ooh, nice.
Correct.
The claim tickets. Right.
Good job, Dwight. I love cashing those in every once in a while. Just going to get a pile
Yeah.
of them.
All right. I've got some script and a gambling problem. Where can I roll the dice on new legendary gear?
At Will's camp.
Dwight, Rusty
This
Pick.
one's the rusty pick. Yeah, this one's close to me after. All right, and here we go. Last one. All I was given was a Brahmin pen plan, a few junk items, and a little bit of ammo for turning in 100 claim tokens I was awarded after a jackpot haul for completing this event.
Jess.
Jess?
It's right next to my camp, and I do it. I still love it. I keep wanting to say rip and tear, but it's not. It's something and something. Breach and clear.
Breach unclear. Yeah, that sounds right.
No, because that one you get the ore. You get to keep the ore from.
Oh, I thought that's what you were asking about. Okay. Sorry.
No. So like I'll read it. I said a bunch of things that you get, but for turning in, you get, or like for completing it, the event, you get claim tokens. That's the currency, and if you can turn them in, after, like, they have different amounts, but 100 is considered a jackpot haul, but it's the event that gives you the claim
where you're
tokens.
mining shit down there. You have to get out of the thing before it collapses
Yes,
on you.
yes.
What is that one called?
Oh, yeah.
It's not breach and clear?
No, it's not
Breach and clear is the one where it pops up and you have to
that's the one that got the ore around the side. You got to pick the ore.
I know.
What the fuck's it called, Dwight? Come on.
Oh, chat has it. That's it. Yep, it's right next to my camp. Yep.
Yeah. Load
Chat got
bearing.
it.
Load bearing.
Yeah.
That makes sense, right? The
I knew it had
collapse
something
thing.
to
Yeah.
do with,
There was
collapsing.
much rejoicing.
Hey.
All right, and that was Caps Can't Buy Me Love. I know the title has nothing to do with the game, except for the fact that it was just a bunch of currencies, or people using different,
Beautiful.
Cats can't buy me love, but Mr. Fuzzy Token sure can.
Right.
Meow. Thank you so much, Will. Let's see, we got some game time there. Looks like we should probably not do Andrew's games. We'll push those.
We can save them.
We'll save those. They're seasonal, so it'll make them a little more sense to push it back towards October anyhow. But we do have a little chunk of tasty iguana bits here. So let's get our can openers and a fork and peel back the lid and have a nice, delicious snack of news.
Jessica, to the office, please. Jessica, to the office. Your iguana bits are ready. Please come pick them up. Why, thank you, Jess. Don't mind if I do. Well, honestly, I got a mouthful of bits right now that I got to swallow. I can't share them. So there's not a whole lot of bits to talk about this week. But let's see. Okay, we already talked about the alien excitement. Let's take a look at the community calendar, see what's going on in the community calendar. So, coming up for September, we are done. But in October 7th, Mischief Night is coming back. That is a week and a half till Mischief Night coming back, y'all.
And you... is this something that you know about that you're not allowed to talk about, or this you don't know anything about this one?
Mischief Night? Oh, no, we know about it. Yeah, it's supposedly going to be at Rapidan Camp.
Oh, okay.
It is the same as the
where's
old
that?
event with some tweaks.
Where
So
did you say?
It's in Skyline Valley. It's on the south side, slightly southwest of Skyline Valley.
What can you say the name of the place again?
Rapidan. Rapidan.
Dan. Huh.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's a cool location. It's actually a good interior. Inside of something I learned from Solior is you can get a bunch of salt in there. So I go to Rapidan Camp. You can get at least 5 or 6 salt if you want to make yourself some grilled fish.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna
want
say,
some
what's
grilled
that
beef?
for? And then I remembered, there's this whole fishing thing now. Yeah.
Yeah, there's other good stuff in there too. There's a bunch of coolers. You can get yourself some big fat worms. Get yourself some improved crawlers. But yeah, so Mischief Night coming up October 7th to 21st. We're gonna have solid 2 weeks of Mischief Night. And then Spooky Scorched, The Sporched, and the Night at the Morgue mini-season are coming end of October, the 21st to the 4th. Also, don't forget, coming up, we got Fallout
Night
Day
at
on
the
the 23rd, so a lot in October. I do want to mention again that Bethesda are doing camp contests regularly now. With the new build system, every month they are announcing a camp contest. This month for September, entries close, I believe, on the 29th for us, and early October for Japan. I think there's a separate entry time on that. But yeah, so if you're in the US or Canada, you can enter, and you enter on their Discord. Current theme is just rebuilding Appalachia, and then of course it will be a haunted house contest come in October.
Brilliant.
Yeah, going a little bit further down, let's see. Oh, I do want to speaking of Japanese camp builders and camps. So the Tokyo Game Show just happened 2 days ago, as of the time we're recording this, and actually yesterday. And Xbox did a showcase there in the morning, as they have been doing recently. Like, they actually have shown up at Tokyo Game Show the last couple of years and done a small showcase. And a lot of times it's stuff that we've already seen, but maybe new aspects of it. But one amazing thing they did a Japanese camp builder camp showcase, a nice video highlight reel focused on all of the or a number of the Japanese camps. So if you haven't watched Tokyo Game Show, there was some fun stuff there. They showed Forza Horizon 6, I should say, not Motorsport. Horizon's the next one. Was revealed there along with a few other games, but the camp reel is well worth watching. It was probably broken out on the Bethesda channel. I don't know that it is. It happened a little over, about halfway through. So it's in the middle if you decide to watch the show. It's fun. It's really neat. I enjoy watching showcases in other countries because they emphasize different things, and different things get claps and cheers, and also you get different presenters. Like, it's a lot of fun. So I think it's well worth watching the Tokyo Game Show if you haven't. I also will mention, talking about Fallout Day, submissions are closed for that. So anyone who submitted to the community event for Fallout Day, thank you so much. Art, props, cosplays, videos, all kinds of knowledge and stuff were submitted, and I know that's being put together right now. So yeah, stay tuned for more announcements and info on that. But that's pretty much it for the bits. Just looking forward to October, and there's going to be a lot of fun stuff happening then. I'll have more info on more of that next week.
Beautiful. Tokyo camps.
Yeah, actually, there was how they do the community spotlight every once in a while on Bethesda.net? They actually did a spotlight on Shimo. Shimo is one of the Japanese builders I follow, and they showed some of their camps, and just really, really cool stuff. So that was actually a whole article, too, if you want to read and see some of those camps in person besides the video.
How hard is it to get an American game successful in Japan?
It really depends on the game. Some are pretty popular, but there is, just like some Japanese games don't play as well here. It varies country to country. It's the same the other way. Nintendo and Sony are significantly more popular than Xbox in Japan, but there are games, Sony games that probably sell very well there that are made by Western developers. So,
right. I just didn't know if there was a good way to gauge, 76's popularity in Japan versus.
It's pretty popular.
Stuff, yeah.
I mean, it's not like big, huge Korean MMO popular, and I'm sure Final Fantasy XIV is bigger, but it has a lot of players.
Did it launch at the same time there as it launched here?
Yes, or within it. It's been 6.5 years now, so I launched within a couple months, if not at the same time. Yeah, it was very close to the same time.
And did you say Korean MMO?
Oh, yes. Well, because the Korean gaming scene, in South Korea is really big. And there are some major MMOs that are very popular that people here don't play much at all, but have a significantly larger player base than many of ours. The Chinese gaming market has grown a lot in the last 10 years as they started allowing, other consoles to be sold there and stuff, because for a while that was prohibited. So now, a lot of games when they launch on Steam, the Chinese numbers are really boosting. If it's popular in China, it's going to really get a huge boost. But South Korea and Japan have had large gaming communities for years.
And to play a Korean game, are they usually outfitted with you go to language in the settings and put on English and you can do that, you think? Or is that usually built into games in these modern times, probably?
Yeah, a lot of times they have translations, right? I mean, Will or Dwight, have either of you played any popular Korean MMOs, or are you familiar with any really? One of the biggest ones is Black Desert Online. You guys might have heard of Black Desert Online without even knowing it was a Korean MMO, but it is huge. A lot of really good graphics. And Crimson Desert, not online, Crimson Desert, a solo version of it, or kind of spin-off, should be coming out next spring, which is cool.
I think I started to try Black Desert Online. No, I didn't realize it was a Korean one, like you said. I didn't get too far into it because I like you said, MMOs, they start getting costly or something. And I think
Yeah,
I
when
was
you-
just like, I was
Mhm.
like, I'm into too much right now because I think I was playing ESO at the time, like a lot.
Right,
And so I
such
was
a
already
huge time
investing into
commitment.
76 in ESO.
Yeah.
And, yeah. So,
But another one people might remember is Terra. Terra is one where everybody had wings and kind of looks like angels. That one was really popular. Lineage is huge, but these are all games that, kind of their player numbers eclipse most of our MMOs. Like World of Warcraft might still be the biggest, but Maple Story too. A lot of people know Maple Story. But yeah, like their numbers are just huge. Anyway. And I don't know that 76 really ever took off in Korea, but it definitely has in Japan.
Cool. More popular in Europe or Japan?
Ooh, I don't know the numbers to say, but I would guess Japan. But I don't know.
You never hear of Africa video game stuff. There's
There's a lot more people in Europe too. I mean, populations,
Yeah,
we're talking
yeah,
like 90 million versus 600 million,
Yeah, yeah.
So-
How about Africa? You never really hear about like much about Africa in the video game world. You know what I mean? Are there game developer companies in Africa that you've played?
I can't think
Sou-
of
South
many that I
America?
know. Like, yeah, I mean,
How
there
about
are some. There are
Mexican
some
or South
devs
American?
in South America, Brazil for sure, Peru, and I mean, I'm sure there are some, from South Africa and various regions. I
Yeah,
just
there
don't know
has
them.
to. There has to be in
Yeah.
Africa. There has to be.
Yep.
I just didn't know if you were if they're popular worldwide or if you knew of anything. Cool. All right. All right, guys. That makes the iguana bits there. Did you guys have any other topics you would like to discuss on the show tonight? All right, you guys. Then why don't we go ahead and tell everyone where we can find you if they want to hang out and talk video games. So, Dwight, thank you so much for hopping on the show tonight. Where can folks find you if they want to give you a chat?
Yeah, Dwight Thompson on Facebook. I'm in the Fallout feed group and the ASA group and Discord and I'm still hanging out on Twitter.
All over the place. Dwight, thank you so
Although
much.
I don't really interact much, but
But you like things time to time.
Yeah,
you
no.
comment on my stuff occasionally.
yeah, and honestly, you're one of the only people I like interact with
Because it's
You're a
danger
safe-
zone.
You're safe zone.
You're not going to get, burnt down for interacting with us. Thanks so much for hopping on, Dwight. It was great to hang out with you, bud.
It's nice hanging out with you guys again. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. And Will, are you also over there in our Discord? He's at Will Wonka certain places. He's, I don't know, you're in the Facebook group? You're not really interacting in the
I haven't
Facebook
been
group too much.
as much lately, no, but I don't know why. I used
10
try to
years
keep up.
ago,
I
he
should
used
try
to
to do that,
run
yeah,
the
no.
Fallout feed Instagram. All sorts
That
of
was
stuff.
before I backed off of everything social.
Yep.
Pretty much
Yeah.
the Discord is the only place I'm in now.
Best place to be.
Go
Best
find
place to
Will
be.
on Discord and stalk his D&D games. How about that? All right. Will, thanks so much for hopping on.
Thank you very much.
You can find Jess at Sleep is 4T, and she likes to hang out over there in the Discord, also in the Facebook group. Jess, thank you so much for hopping on tonight.
I've got to say it. Good times.
Glad you're feeling better. Welcome back. I can be found in the Facebook group, sometimes around the Discord. The show can be found at the Fallout Feed. I'd like to thank everyone for downloading this edition of the Fallout Feed. We will see you in the Wasteland.
Thank you for downloading this episode of the Fallout Feed Roundtable. If you are interested in doing a play-along character with us, the show can be contacted by emailing falloutroundtable@gmail.com. For the roundtable schedule, our Amazon link, and all other show information, please head on over to asapodcasting.com, where you will find the Fallout Feed, a Skyrimatic podcast, our YouTube channel, the Chatterbox, as well as other content. Once again, thank you for downloading, and we'll see you in the Wasteland.
holotapes on demand.
Honestly, I got a mouthful of bits right now that I got to swallow.
They asked
Well,
me to undress, right?
You're going into the boudoir of this devil.
Yes, I know the
and
devil.
And then so next thing I know, my character's naked. They're trying to have sex with my character. Oh, nope, not doing this. I'm out. You guys have taken this too far. If you get that far and then refuse, it kicks off a battle. Next thing I know, we're in a big fight, but my character's naked. I need to put on my clothes. And I put on like a headband. All I did was put on this headband. Okay, well, now I guess I'll pick up my sword. Now I just have a sword and a headband on, and I had to go through the battle like that.